That didn't work right. Hold on. Should have. Hold on. Yes, this is me, George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. I am live. No live call-in show tonight. Curtis Thornton would rather go out with his family because it's Memorial Day. The guy's obsessed with going out with his wife. Nothing I can do about it. And let us have a brief moment of silence because an American hero died today, or actually I think yesterday. It was announced today. Alan Bean, astronaut, fourth man to land on the moon, died in '83. And I don't know about the rest of you. When I grew up, our heroes were astronauts. Men then, no women, who went where no man had gone before, including Russian cosmonauts. And no one knew in the 50s what would happen when you went into space and what would happen if you went to the moon. And they braved cosmic rays, they braved vacuum, and if you don't believe we landed on the moon, you're crazy. We went to the moon. So, a hero died, at least in my eyes. And we don't have enough heroes today. We have heroes in uniform. God bless them. Thank every one of them for their service, their sacrifice, their loss of life and limb. And that has nothing to do with politics. They're out there to do a job, and they pay the price every day. All right, now, I have been watching UFO Hunters, and looked at one episode of the JFK thing. I already knew a lot of the information, and listened a little bit to a William Cooper interview, and there's a DVD, and Chris Boza has been nice enough to buy it, and then I will reimburse him for his half because they had a deal, buy one, get one free. All the conspiracy you want, buy one, get one free. So he's going to send that to me, and on the 1st of July, because money's real tight for Alien Con. The hell was... Oh, God. Okay, this is why I need to send the iPad in. It starts switching screens by itself because the home button is broken. So I apologize for that. And I made the mistake of hitting the stop button. So I was... Oh, that's fun. I was talking about Alan Bean and the death of heroes. And that's why it's doing what it's doing now. And it's highly annoying. And I don't know how to... I can't control this. So let me see if maybe flipping the screen... There we go. Alright, that's what I have to do in the meantime. So, added some new music. And I'm going to get up for a second and I'll do a separate video on this. Bear with me for a minute. I still can't see small print. I looked in the bedroom. And, oh, good Lord. I hope it's not going to do this during the whole bloody video. Alright. I got a new book. Sci-fi movie guide. It's not very good. He puts a lot of his comments. He thinks it's trying to be funny. He's trying to be funny. This was a buck at the library, former library book. And then I got another. Maybe I should start over again. Sylvia Browne book, Book of Angels. That was $2. So, and Billy Joe McGravy thinks I'm not going to Alien Con. He says, I think it's going to be a bust. I have the ticket money to go. I don't have the money for the hotel room. And if Billy Joe McGravy were a decent kind of guy, he'd send me some money toward the damn hotel room. Hold on. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I think the only way to do this is to shut the iPad off and turn it on again. That's why Friday this goes off to Indiana to get fixed. I hope it stops this crap once and for all. So, you know, that song was not fun. So, I found a great thing on YouTube called Bar Jazz Classics, but I can't play it because it's copyrighted material. The same with Men of Harlech. And to steal the phrase, Men of Pittsburgh will be going. And Alien Con, I will be showing Hold the iPad Strong and Steady. Always there. I'll be at the ready, and not with apologies to the Welsh. And the song is the Welsh song and not the one that the English changed it to. And the Welsh are very proud of their heritage and their history. And it's one of my favorite songs. Men of Harlech, and ye ready. Anyway, no, it's not hacked. It's because the home button is broken, and it keeps shifting screens, and particularly when it heats up, it's shifting screens, and that's why I paid the $45. But won't have the money to get it fixed. Now that's odd. The music isn't still playing, and I thought I'd changed it. Now that's very strange. Why is it playing the music, and I switched it to silent partner? I don't know, Captain. That was back to the 80s best of synthware. Okay, hold on. What the hell? It's... Boy, that's weird. Well, I'll let it run. I don't know what's going on. This is very odd. Maybe I need to go down here and... Okay. Here we go. Ah, there we go. Well, I was trying some new music, but it didn't work out. I would love to play the Bar Jazz Classics because it has classic jazz songs, but I can't. Alright, let me go look in the chat. Excuse me, this is not... By the way, the official temperature here is 80. I'm dying in here. Okay. Hold on. Okay, now. The fire was due to pure oxygen being pumped into Apollo 1. That's why they died. And a total screw-up. Now, after the fire, they changed the mix of air in the capsules. They never had another fire, but that's why. Pure oxygen and a spark, you go up like a torch. And no, they're not dining. Red Lobster and Patty and Ratty are not there every night. But they're there enough that it gets annoying to me. Here I am eating a Meals on Wheels TV dinner. And I told Kathy, stop telling me about Red Lobster. It's, you know, it's aggravating. I can't afford Red Lobster, and I can't go to Red Lobster. You two are going to Red Lobster. Oh, I had pina colada, and I had the crab stuffed mushrooms, and I had trout. And I'm sitting there gnawing on a Zagnut bar or something. I'm like, jeez. So, Mandalay Bay, the shooter acted alone. Well, I don't think there was anybody in the room with him helping him shoot. He had enough weapons to start a small army, but he did mention, it came out in the last week, to someone at a beauty salon or a spa that he was talking about it. So apparently he told at least one other person other than his girlfriend, and I think they cleared her of any involvement, which is very odd. But I don't think he had help shooting, but he sure brought enough stuff in that room and made a whole barricade out of it. And I do wonder about the hotel people who, hey, this guy's bringing 87 bags in here. It's not like you're going on the Queen Mary in 1938 to London for a extended European holiday. So that always struck me as odd. All right, how is the audio now? Someone tell me, because I have no clue. I had to stop and start it several times because the screens kept screwing up. I'll be so glad when this gets fixed. Oops. That's the problem when you don't only have one iPad. And for about $250, I can buy another one. I've been looking at refurbished iPads, and there's for what I want with the cellular and all that. It's $800. Look, I'm not dipping into the car fund. I already dipped into the car fund to pay my coin interest and to buy cat food. So I'm not dipping into the car fund. So don't start that. It's just this month will be very difficult because of AlienCon. I'll never go to another convention unless I have a ton of money put away and my credit cards are all paid off. So I don't know what to do about the audio. I wonder if it's a fan. Hold on. I don't know what to do about the audio. I think it's YouTube. Well, I'll tell you a story today. I went to the Chinese restaurant because I'm sick and tired of eating out of cans, and I'm sick and tired of eating microwave food. So I said, I'll get myself the cheaper restaurant, Chow Fun. I go in there, it says open, I sit down, and they got a new barrier above the cooking area, glass shield. I guess the health department made them put that in or something. I don't know why. So I sit down, a couple minutes, no one comes out, and the woman comes out. She said, I didn't hear you come in. She knows me, I'm there a lot. Hungry, you know. And she says, I can't feed you. What do you mean you can't feed me? You're open, your sign's open, your door's open, you're here, I'm here, where's the food? I have no cook. What do you mean you have no cook? He went to market. I should have turned the sign off and closed. So I went to the Chinese restaurant with no cook, and I looked at her like, well, can't you cook the food? So that's how my day was going, no cook. And then the other thing, I got to get up and show you this. I shouldn't eat this stuff, and I ate one, and my mouth said, why are you eating this crap? So I'm going to stop. But the makers of Necco wafers, and this is it, the makers of a candy bar wrapper that falls on the ground, Zagnut, and the Clark bar, formerly made by the Clark Candy Company of Pittsburgh, and the Sky bar, declared bankruptcy, and they got bought out. So this may disappear. The Clark bar, beloved Pittsburgh candy bar, may disappear. The Sky bar, and the Necco wafer may disappear. Now, the local ice cream store, I went and got a soda, I got these, and after I ate it, I went like, this tastes horrible. Why am I eating this? So I'm going to stop. He said, we sell it on Necco wafers. And I said, yeah, that company was like 140, 50 years old. He said, well, they used to carry Necco wafers in their packs, soldiers in the Civil War. When I grew up in Pittsburgh, we called them the Devil's Communion wafers because I always thought they tasted nasty. They were horrible, licorice things. Now they have flavors. They didn't have flavors. They had like white and black and gray. And I never knew what they made them out of, but you know, you would go to every theater and there'd be Necco wafers, dots, and jujubes. And that's all they'd have, and then people would throw them on the floor, throw them in the ceiling. People would fling the Necco wafers and hit people in the head with them. But the article I read said that they could not compete with the big candy companies, and that's why they went broke. So it's, you know, another company bites the dust. Now, what did I do? It's very strange. I came in here with, I still have to blow my nose from time to time. So, Maltese or Dachshund? No, I didn't eat any Dachshund. Kathy is, remember, she's putting away $300 a month toward her car. And starting in July, I'll be giving her money again toward the car after this convention. There's another revelation. I may as well say it. I'm very unhappy. I wrote George Norrie and Tom Danheiser asking if I could come visit the Premier Radio Network and take a video of the studio and get my interview that George promised me 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. 2016, no, 2 years ago. At AlienCon, his second interview, and said he didn't have the time. And George didn't write me, but Tom did, and said, nope, can't do that. Can't show up at the network and do video, and can't show up and see George. So Kathy thinks Tommy hates me. Tom talked to me on the phone, and I said, you mad at me, or did I piss you off? He said, no. And he said, I'll call you on Monday. I'm still waiting for a call. Tom has a habit of saying he'll call and he doesn't call. So basically, you know, I don't know what it is with if it's Tom doing it or the network doing it or George. George has said to me in emails, we're still friends, but I'm very hurt by this. So no visit to Premier, no visit George Norrie. I guess I'll have to pay for a overpriced ticket like everybody else, or maybe the next, what you call it in the desert. I just don't know why I have a mental block with that name. Where they have, you get the super deluxe ticket and you get to have lunch with George Norrie, and that made the only way I can talk to George Norrie, pay like a couple $100 to talk to George Norrie. The question is it worth a couple $100? I would have paid a lot of money to sit with Art Bell, I'll tell you that. Oh, I forgot to turn on Art Bell. So there's the blue for being sad. So, well, I wrote George an email, and I never got an answer. But then he's, next week, he's going to, what you call it, in the desert. Then he's doing Las Vegas. Then he's doing somewhere else. I don't think he spends 5 minutes in one place, except to do the show. And, no, because Abram, called me up and said a friend of his took his Ford Bronco that he's trying to store and had his debit card or his bank card or something and cleaned out his bank account, and he couldn't help me for cat food. And yet on Monday he said, I'm too tired, I'm on the bus, I'm going home from work, I'll see you Tuesday. On Tuesday, I can't come over, I'll see you Wednesday. And, you know, it's one excuse after another, so I'm not happy with Abram, Zach, Zeke, whatever. if you make a promise, and it's not for me, it's for the cats. So now tonight the lady downstairs fed the kitties. I started to go down there, but did not feed them. She left them food. She loves the kitties. So you know, so I'm just very upset about Abram. I'm upset about George Norrie. I don't think George, well, George knows about it because I sent the reply to Tom, a long one, saying I don't know what is going on. If it's anything I have done, if I've offended both you, if it's something the haters from Belgab have done to make me persona non grata at the network. And I said, this makes no sense to me. George has had videos and pictures of him out in the hallway with guests and hugging women and all of this other stuff. But the guy from Pittsburgh, he can't show up and see someone who's ostensibly his friend. I'm very, very hurt by this. I have got a reply, so, you know, I don't know. So, I am loyal to my friends. But the question is, are my friends loyal to me? And I don't know. Well, I would not give my debit card from my Wells Fargo account to anybody else unless it was a family member or an emergency. And I sure wouldn't trust somebody. He was supposed to put gas in the truck and apparently put too much gas in or took money out for himself, or I'm not sure what the hell he did. So it was a quick phone conversation. And Kathy said she wouldn't do it. She sure as hell wouldn't trust the ratty one. Oh, by the way, the ratty one is going to a wedding. Here's a woman with no car with a $900 couch. I think she should tear the couch out and put a souped-up motor in. And by the way, I saw this article on a Prius where they put this humongous motor in it, put a stick shift in it, tore the frame out. It's no longer a Prius, but it's the fastest Prius in the world. They're drag racing this Prius. So maybe Patty should put a motor in the couch and drive the couch around like Get Smart, Don Adams, where he drove a desk around. But she spent $500 in a wedding, and she told Kathy that she barely knows these people, but she wanted to go to their wedding. And it's a long and involved story. I'll have Kathy talk about that Friday when she does her live video before we go out to eat. So, no, we're not going to get married. I can't marry someone who's already married. She is married technically. Her husband abandoned her, and the only reason she's not getting divorced, the mother owns a lot of property, and when the mother dies, Kathy will get money from that property because she's still his wife, and he'll inherit the houses. He has sisters and stuff. So she'd have to then track him down, but they're like other family members in my family. When the people died, the money for the house went to family members. And if the son gets money, then Kathy, by being the wife, is going to have to get some of that money. That's why she hasn't divorced him. She doesn't even know where he is. So, as for Abram, I'm not inclined to talk to him right now. I'm not happy. So. Anyhow, I wanted to discuss paranormal things. I've watched UFO Hunters, a number of episodes, and they had this cone-like thing that was ejected out of a UFO in Colorado. It looks like a pine cone, but it also looks like the pressed aluminum you would see on a 1980 Chevy Monza when you get in an accident. That stuff flakes off, but it's like a cone, but it looks like a pine cone in reverse. The bottom, they put it in a square box with dental x-ray film, and after 48 hours, the x-ray film was developed by the object, and looked like there were two black points here and here, like they were battery terminals. And it killed the batteries in a hotel safe 3 times. They were going to have it analyzed. They sent it to Los Alamos. They got a report, and then Los Alamos said, "We never analyzed it for this." And they think it was because the scientists were afraid. And then 2 other scientists from major universities analyzed it. They said, "This thing is aluminum. Nothing on Earth is like this. It is not from here, and it has 4% silver." And they said it's a superconductor, which is why I did the video on if you took aluminum and sprinkled silver and glued it, would that thing become a superconductor? Would it be putting out energy? Because it seemed like this thing was a piece of free energy metal. It was putting out electric current anyway, or magnetic current. Well, I don't know. It's not that kind of money. The mafia is not going to screw with, she owns 3 or 4 houses or 5 houses. He lives in one of them. So this is not major money. The mafia, he got involved with the mafia. You got to be on their radar. It's a silly question. So, she doesn't have a clue where he is, and yeah, that's another thing. I got to go to the DMV and get the new Real ID. I don't know. I don't think that's in effect yet. I'll have to do some checking. I'll have to get new ID, and I have an ID card, so it's not a matter of that. I don't know. I'm not an electrical guy. I'm a mechanical kind of guy. I just took the wire out of the carnivorous chair wants to do it again. Try to eat the rest of my wire in here. This wound up in the chair wheel, and it's bent, and I'll have to unbend it with my pliers. Got it out of there. It took me about 5 minutes. So, no, I don't have a passport. Passport is like $300 or $400 now, and it's out of my price range for the moment. And a passport is intended to go out of the country. Where would I go? Now, if I ever go to Vancouver, I probably have to have some kind of ID. I forgot about going to the DMV, so after the 1st, I will take the trip down to Walnut Creek and go to the DMV and get my ID. All of the, oh God, here we go again. All of the, I don't know if someone's screwing with this or if it's a bloody iPad. It's sure screwing the picture up. All of the, trying to think of the word here. You go to the DMV, you get your ID, they're now doing Real ID, so, and it takes about 2 weeks to get a new identification, so, oh, good Lord. Alright, let me shut this off again for a minute and go back. There goes my can of tomato sauce. Hold on. This is... What the hell is it showing? Oh, it's showing a bottle. There we go. I thought that was Santa Claus or something. It's showing the spray bottle. It's behind the camera. I wondered, what the hell is that red thing back there? It's showing this. I'm going, what the hell is that? So, no, I'm not going to Paris. Yeah, I'm not, so, By the way, Adam Stinson, I blocked you the last time you were in here. How the hell are you getting in here again? But I think. So don't start that. I'm running around, and we're going to meet Kathy's husband. She hasn't seen him in 15 years, and we certainly don't run in the same circles. And he's up in somewhere. She's not even sure where he is, but she certainly, he used to install smoke alarms and sprinklers. He's not the kind of, and he quit that because his mother insisted that he stay and do maintenance on our houses and paint and all that, and she would give him free rent. And he's somewhat of an alcoholic, so he didn't have the kind of money to be going to Paris, and I wouldn't go to Paris anyway. Will you stop with the stag chili? Good Lord. Guy eats one can of chili, and you think that's all I eat. And that no chemicals organic chili was very, very spicy. So, Paris can be a dangerous place for everybody with all the Muslim terrorists that show up in France. Of course, if the French were smart, they would allow everybody to be packing. And then you'd have a lot less terrorism if everybody in France were carrying a gun. And by the way, William Cooper said in this interview and in his book that there will be a false sense of hysteria caused by terrorism, and Americans will demand restrictions on guns. And he said that is happening now, and that's before he was murdered by his local sheriff and probably the U.S. Marshal, because he was considered by the U.S. Marshal's office the most dangerous man in America, and I think he was a threat to the government. So I have no idea Trump saw Melania in that White House window. I've been looking for news stories and sending them to people in the last couple of days, but I don't know what Donald Trump's been doing lately. I haven't been looking at political stuff. My favorite story was the two yahoos in Florida. It's always in Florida. And they stole a wheelchair from Walmart, and they went to the dive bar. When the cops show up, we didn't steal any wheelchair. Well, they're in jail now for stealing a wheelchair. Yeah, I think Art Bell might have talked about Bill Cooper, but I don't remember. But Cooper had this idea about the Illuminati, and they were controlling everything, and he had things about UFOs, and he supposedly recanted some of his views on UFOs, and he became a hero to the militia movement and a founding father of the militia movement. But there is his DVD of a talk that he gave, and it's on eBay for $10, and Christopher Spoda has bought it because you buy one, get one free, and then I said, if you buy it in July 1st, I'll send you the my half, and that way you get a copy, I get a copy, that I can watch it and talk about it. So that's what he's doing. No, I've not seen, only trailer I've seen is, I can't remember what the trailer was. They've been running some trailer for some movie, and I don't even know what it is. So I click those trailers off because I'm not interested, you know. So, Kathy's never going to leave me. We've been together too long. You get that idea. 40 years on and off we've been together. I mean, we're used to each other. And she knows that if something happens to me, she's got the only person she can hang around with is the ratty. And that's a death worse than fate. So, and then they keep popping up with not Spotify, with Grammarly ads and some woman for some new TV show. You're going to want to watch this. Don't click it. So they know people click to get rid of the ads. And get pop-up ads. And I got one sent me for Sirius XM. Only a few more days for it's free, and you can join this weekend Sirius XM. And why would I want to listen to Sirius XM? So, only reason I listened to Sirius XM in the first place was for Art Bell. So, you know, what is... This is very odd. Seem to be going through electronics hell tonight. I click on the music and nothing happens. There we go. There's something about this music that's very soothing, even though it's not quiet. Let's see. I'm sorry, Adam, but last time you acted troll-like, and if it gets too trollish, I block you or I put you in a timeout. So, you know, but don't make suggestions. Yeah, I'm interested in the Marvel movies, but haven't had the money to go, and I probably won't see Avengers Infinity Wars or whatever the hell it's called till July if it's still out. And I'm interested in Solo, but we're going to have no problem, Adam, as long as you behave yourself. So, I apologize for hurting your feelings, but Christopher Robin, if it's about Winnie the Pooh, I have no interest in Winnie the Pooh. Or as Glenn and I used to say, and Kathy and I say, Winnie the Pooh. She likes Winnie the Pooh, but, you know, we're tired of hearing about Winnie the Pooh. So, I'm not into Winnie the Pooh. I never was into Winnie the Pooh. Babar the Elephant was my guy, and Kathy can't stand Babar the Elephant. So, they've done Babar movies. Tintin, I like Tintin. So, I have different tastes. By the way, I'm going to get her a present. It'll cost me $7 or $8. Now that's really strange. It says recently played, and the other song that I played, the Back to the 80s, is not listed as recently played. I don't know what's going on. Alright, I'm going to play this. That's really weird. I don't know if that's an iTunes problem or if things are going on. Winnie the Pooh is real. Well, Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore, I don't care for them. So it's, you know. Nai Ho? Nai Hao? Or is that Vietnamese or something? N-I-H-A-O. I don't know what that is, folks. Hey, I'm not Winnie the Pooh. Arr. Okay, no insulting, no racial comments and racial slurs and racial stereotypes allowed here. So, hold on. Oh wow, LF is back. Yay, Lucky Pharaohs is back. Hope the kitties are fine. Okay, now. The shrimp is quite good at Red Lobster. An Element, you get a timeout for the racial slur. We will not allow that in this channel. So, only piglet I want is on my plate covered in ribs. Covered in sauce, I mean. I'm wearing my my fan T-shirt from Science Fiction Theater, and on the back is the guy from Pittsburgh. I made a mistake of putting this black in a red background. You can't see it, but it's an anti-MV and sewer dam shirt. No, yeah, the black thing in my video, at least the one by the door, was a cat. What people are saying is behind me, I have no idea. I have not seen it. I think it was, well, it's hard to tell because I could see at the bottom. Sorry, I'm scratching, I'm sweating. I just took a shower and I'm roasting them. Along the bottom of the screen, let's see if I can do this, like where my finger is, you see the tip of a cat ear. And then you see the cat stand up and stretch itself, and then it goes back down again. That's what the black thing was. Now, what was at the door, I don't know if that was a different angle of the same cat or something else. That I have no idea. So, I don't know what to tell you. So, when I first saw that, it creeped me out, but then I literally went it frame by frame as best I could on the iPad and looked at the video. I looked at it 3 times. I could see a little tip of a black cat ear on the bottom of the screen. And then the cat rose up in the bed, stretched, and went back down again. But that was on the bed. I don't know what the thing was at the door, if that's another shot of the same cat or if that's a black thing. I don't know. Now, if Piglet was real and he spoke, I would be taking him out. The guy from Pittsburgh presents Piglet the talking pig, and I would become rich beyond the dreams of avarice. I'm not crazy. I'm not going to turn him into barbecue. You know, if he's speaking and I make him do my vacuuming and my laundry, okay, put a collar on him and a chain. Let's go do the laundry. And make him my Piglet slave, you know. So, I would not turn Piglet into ribs, but, you know, it gives me any problems. Goodbye, Piglet. But if I'm rich, I can eat all the ribs I want, although I don't want to eat all the ribs I want. I need to lose weight. So, would I turn Piglet? They talked to me and gave me a mouth, and that was it. I threw him in the oven, and he's done. And he said, let me out, let me out. No, you've been a jerk. I'm eating you. Screw you, Piglet. And I got bacon and ham. I don't know from owl. I don't know who the owl was. I have no idea. I didn't even know there was an owl. The only owl I know is a Tootsie Roll owl. How many licks did it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? I know that guy. He's a jerk, too. He's mean. I don't know the other owl. Black-eyed cats. Yeah, that's scary, too. And red-eyed cats. And we're going to wash this out. And that'll be another thing for silver when I buy silver. July, I start buying silver again. You an owl who read books. Okay. Oh, maybe that's me with the bags under my eyes and the squinting. Who, what, why, when, where. Why am I doing these videos? It's too hot to sleep. That's why I'm doing these videos. I had a nap today. I slept much of the day. Young Einstein I have not seen. Every time I turn around, there's a young Indiana Jones, a young Sherlock Holmes, a young Einstein, a young Frankenstein. They're obsessed with the youth. What they did when they were children. That movie book has a number of, a whole bunch of different Frankenstein movies, takes on Frankenstein. And Godzilla. Cats that are avoiding getting a bath. Well, cats don't like bathing. Most cats. Although I've seen one video on YouTube where the cat likes taking a bath. So, and Friday I will go get the ticket for Amtrak to go down to AlienCon, and I will show it in the video, and Kathy will be here, and she'll be doing the video. So, and then we're going to go to lunch. I will buy Kathy lunch. Now, we don't mention my last name in here, because that's been used as a negative term by the haters. So, do not mention my last name in here. That's what I talk about being trollish. Now, I didn't meet Judy Garland. I saw Judy Garland throw stuff out of her hotel room at her maid. Dishes, cups, forks, knives, spoons, saucers, the tea service, or coffee service, Tiffany probably, at the Waldorf Astoria. My mother and I were going down the hall, and this stuff started flying out of the doorway and just about killed us, so. Alright. You made a comment that was denigrating to Asians. I'm not going to allow that. I talked to T-Mobile today, and I said, what do I got to do to get this iPad going? But it's going to be cutting it awfully close because I'm sending this back on Friday or Saturday. I'm probably going to send it back, do the video with Kathy, and send it back to Indiana. So it'll take so many days to Indiana, and he'll repair it, and he'll immediately ship it back on the way back. I'll have it back in a day. But how long it'll take to get, I think the last time it took 5 or 6 days to get to Indiana. It's like an hour to fix it. So, mail it on the 1st. It is the weekend, which screws things up. So you figure I won't have it back till the 7th. I'm going to be cutting it very close to have it back by AlienCon. And I'm going to tell him... Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm leaving the chat for a moment to see what's going on here. This is why I missed the other. Wow. I didn't even finish the word. Fire alarm triggers evacuation at Comic Fest. Wait a minute. Crowds were forced to leave the building at before 8 o'clock and increased security with a new stricter prop and costume policy. Man armed with knives and guns arrested. When the hell was this? Oh, last year. Okay. Huh. Okay, he was targeting a guy who used to be a Power Ranger. So, and now oddly, they had the same problem in 2014. It was also evacuated. Another fire alarm went off. I think someone is screwing with them and setting off fire alarms. Disrupting the convention, like might be the guy with the guns. Who knows? Let's look at this story if it ever loads. I've never been to. I've been to a small mini con in San Francisco. I've never been. Malfunctioning fire alarm, damaged heat sensor. Okay. So that was the one in 2014. So, all right, back to the chat. If I can get back to the chat. Maybe they need to change hotels or convention centers. I don't know. All right, we're back. Sort of. Hold on. No, that didn't work. All right, I'm going to go back to the main screen. Whoops, hold on. Oops, oh God. Ah. I went too far. Hold on. Yeah, you can't buy the silver, the gold, the platinum. I think you can get tickets for a day pass, but I'm not certain about that. So, you can get tickets for a day pass, but I'm not certain about that. Boy, that thing is kind of breaking up. Okay. I don't know. You have to go to the site and see what they got available. Hold on. Let me go look. Safari is too damn slow. All right. All right, tickets. I wait 20 days. I still need hotel room money, folks. Okay, you can get limited quantity day passes. They're going fast. They will be, of course, probably sold out before the convention. So you can get a day pass. Let me click on that and see what they've got. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday day pass, $61. Saturday, $61, and Sunday, $61. Now, generally, they don't do much on Friday. There are things going on, but the big day is usually Saturday, and Sunday will be the only day for David Duchovny. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It came up in discussion. How do you pronounce his name? I have no idea. If I'm doing it wrong, I apologize. So that's it. $61 per day. That's why on these events you want to get the whole weekend pass. You want to pay the big bucks and get the weekend pass. So, but in any event, I want to mention the things I firmly believe in. I'm going to switch this music. It's giving me a headache. Or I'm getting a headache with the heat. What the hell is going on? That's very strange. It won't stop. That's weird. I've never had iTunes do that, where I stop it on the thing in the middle and it... Ugh, strange. I believe that there are UFOs. I believe people are being abducted. I'm not sure if all the Bigfoot stories are real. I don't think there's really Illuminati. They died out in the 1600s. I think there is a New World Order and people trying to control the country and the world for whatever reason. I don't think the Masons are doing it. And let's see what else is out there. I do think there is a deliberate, all these school attacks they're being engineered to raise anti-gun hysteria. I think we went to the moon. Well, we know 9/11 was a conspiracy and that someone took the two towers down in Building 7. I think Building 7 is still suspicious. And I think a missile hit the building because I saw the video. At least one of the towers. And I don't think there's evidence to show that no plane hit the Pentagon, that it was probably a missile. Because 1 minute there's pictures of the Pentagon, and then suddenly this plane supposedly shows up with no wreckage. So, and now that I guess I've stopped the chat. But anyway, to get back to AlienCon, it's 75 bucks to turn this iPad once I get it back. I walk into T-Mobile, I show them my ID, I set up an account, and it's 75 bucks a month to get this iPad live streaming. Now I can live stream on the train. I don't know if the convention center has free Wi-Fi or not. And the hotel has free Wi-Fi, but the question is, can I afford a hotel room? Now, if I had my 4x4, this wouldn't be an issue. I would get someone to drive me down there and drive me back, and I could sleep in the back of the 4x4 if I had to. That will be next year. And hopefully well, I've been to one function in San Mateo where none of the employees knew about the Wi-Fi that was in the building. They knew it had Wi-Fi, but they didn't have the code for it. This is why I'd like to go streaming Wi-Fi. And the other thing is that I want to go out and do videos once we have a car and stream the event live. I'm here at this haunted hotel, I'm here at this haunted house, I'm here at this haunted mine, I'm here at Area 51, I'm here at wherever, and you'll see it live. Yeah, I slept till 5 a.m. After they put the weather stripping, but the problem is having the door closed because it was very cold that night. Then when I woke up, it was absolutely roasting in here. This apartment is so odd. It will be freezing 1 minute and then boiling the next. I've never lived in an apartment with temperature changes like this. You know, Adam, I don't know what your problem is here. Abduction against who? You mean alien abduction or someone would abduct me? I don't start that crap. It is, if I go to the thing in the desert or the International UFO Con in Phoenix, we're going to be on major freeways. And usually, from what I've read in the literature, they're not taking people on Interstate 80 going between San Francisco and San Jose or 101 going to Los Angeles. They're taking them on back roads, on county roads, on state roads, but not on interstate freeways. At least the best of my recollection. The aliens don't go where there's a lot of traffic. They go when you're the only car on the road at 3 in the morning or something. And they'll stop in the middle of a road. They don't like traffic. I don't know why, but there have not been any abductions except in one in New York where they took the woman out of the building. That had lots of traffic, but that was in the middle of the night too. No, I've not seen loose change. So, well, you know, you takes your money and you pays your money and you takes your chances. I've seen UFOs 3 times now, I think. I'm not afraid of going out and sleeping under the stars. I'm more afraid of a spider crawling in my sleeping bag. That's why I'll be in my 4x4. I'm allergic to spider bites. And UFO, but they did they have been over Edwards Air Force Base. They've been over Washington, D.C., so it's not like they don't like crowd. They don't land in the middle of Interstate 80. No, the mic is not broken. There might be something wrong with the sound. Jerry Brown charged aliens to drive in California. I don't doubt it. Yeah, if someone had suggested that to him, he would have put that in the thing. So, should I start over? Hold on. See, there's a problem with occasionally the sound goes out in this, and I don't know what to do about it. And I used to have my mic attached to this, that thing there, and they said it was having problems too, so I can't win. I don't know what to do. Now, after I looked into upgrading this MacBook, I'm going to get new memory for it when I get the money. That's $80, and I'm going to put a 1 terabyte SSD drive in it. I can do that easily. The one thing I cannot do, they require little tiny screws to be taken out, and I can't see them with my bad eye, is pull the CD drive and put a new CD drive in it. I want the CD drive because I found out recently every CD device I have, I can't play a CD for music. So, yeah, I don't know why it's going crackle. Maybe there's too much, maybe this thing is in the way. Hold on, let me try something. Alright, I'm going to move this over here. Let's see if maybe that's interfering. Let me try it now. And I'll move that away from the computer and see if that makes a difference. Hold on. All right. Is that changing anything? I don't know. See, if my Mac were working, I'd be doing this through iMovie probably or something, or through the Mac. There's a way to live stream on the computer through my account, but yeah, well, you know what? The owners who are stupid enough to do that, to pay the fines if someone were to kneel during the anthem, they're cutting their own throats. Attendance is down, viewership is down. I don't know what to do with the crackling. It may be the iPad is interfering with the MacBook. If my Mac weren't working, you wouldn't have this. The iPad would be behind me or something. I don't like producing crappy videos, although some may say every video I've done is crappy. By the way, 2 more videos and I hit 2,700, I think. You know, you got a bunch of overplayed crybabies, overplayed, that too maybe, who think America is totally racist, which is ridiculous. I don't give a damn what color you are. But when I watch football, I want to watch football. I don't want to see some guy disrespecting our flag, the national anthem of the United States of America. And if it were my team, you're going to disrespect America? Well, you know what? We'll pay you to play. We'll pay you for your contract. Bye. That's what I would do if I owned an NFL team. You're going to kneel, you're not going to play. We'll pay your salary, and then when your contract's up, you're out of here. So, oh, good Lord. Bernie Sanders is a nut. No. If he thinks he's going to run against Trump and win, there's these people. I see Bernie stickers all over. Remember, I'm in Northern California, liberal bastion of the ultra-left. But they all, if they don't love Hillary, they love Bernie. There's Bernie stickers on cars all over the place, but it's a wasted vote. He was not going to win. And Hillary sabotaged any chance that he could win. But he's not going to make it another election. So, yeah, like Colin Kaepernick, they paid him, I don't know if they're still paying him, they're paying him $22 million to not play. That's insane to me. I would have paid him the $22 million and said, bye-bye. You notice he wound up not playing for any other NFL team because they didn't want the headache. I think the public thing about we're going to pay this and what they think privately are two different animals. They don't dare say we don't like this kneeling because of the racial element. Black players are doing most of the kneeling. There's some white ones. But if it weren't this racial thing, I think they'd crack down. If all the players were white, you wouldn't have this happening. White players wouldn't say, America's racist. You know, and it's really stupid. We've got, what, 310 million people in this country, and you've got a bunch of rich players think that every white American, and I guess by inference, every American is racist toward them or every black person. It's so stupid to paint everybody with the same brush, that everybody's a racist just because you're mad at someone getting pulled over and shot or whatever. That happens, and it's sad, but the majority of people don't pay attention to this stuff. When you see people protesting, it might be a couple hundred, it might be a couple thousand, but it's not the majority of the country. They're out there working or being with their families or sleeping or being homeless, or they're off in the military, or they're doing whatever they're doing, but they're not, I wouldn't say they're apathetic, but it's not high on their radar. They've got a life to live. Yeah, if you notice, they won't show a cheerleader, but they'll show us kneeling every day. Hold on, I gotta let the door open for Fluffy and Fuzzy. Oh, Fuzzy's so cute. As an aside, this is the other candy bar that Neko puts out that I've eaten since a child, the Sky Bar, with caramel, vanilla, nougat, peanut butter in it, and that may be not made anymore too. But, you know, if Colin Kaepernick had not took this stand and then all the other players followed him sheep-like, nobody would care. There's a lot of people out there that are not NFL fans, they're not football fans, they're not basketball fans, they're not sports fans. Let's say 20 million people watch a football game out there, or 10 million. That means 290 million aren't watching football. They don't give a damn about football. Or same with baseball, soccer, NASCAR, any sport. I'll be honest with you, in the NFL season I listen to football because there's nothing else to do. But I'd rather watch poker. By the way, here in Martinez, I don't remember where it was. I was in when I mailed off the book today. By the way, I mailed off the book today. I meant to mail it off yesterday. I didn't wake up, but it won't go out till Tuesday because of the holiday. But it is, and it cost me. I was not bad in guessing, but I was shocked. It was $13 and change to mail it off, and I wrote the guy, I will send you the difference on Friday. I guess 15. So that's what it costs to mail one book. Shocking. They're having a poker tournament for pets, for dogs, sponsored by the animal shelter. So it's a $60 buy-in. I saw that. I saw the picture of the poker playing dogs, and I cracked up. And I said, I didn't have an iPad with me. I would have taken a picture of the poster. I said, oh, they've managed to gather up the dogs and cats at the animal shelter, and they've taught them to play poker. Broke me up, you know. I'd rather watch poker playing dogs than the NFL. You know, I'm all in, woof, you know. And I want to see a dog or a cat win the World Series of Poker. You know? That'd be a strange interview, though, because the dog couldn't say anything, or the cat. So, where did nobody's commenting. That broke me up. And then, sadly, the week of Alien Con, the weekend, will be the Martinez Barbecue Festival, so I will miss that. And if it weren't Alien Con, I'd rather go to the Martinez Barbecue Festival. They will sell ribs, and they show the latest barbecue equipment, and there's booths of people selling stuff, and Kathy likes to go to that. So, yeah, dogs take a paw. Yeah, dog lifts up his paw, or flops over like this, you know, or rolls over and plays dead. Maybe that's what the dogs would do, you know. Oh, I had the doggy brigade come out today. Little boxer dog jumped up at me and wanted petting. And the lady says, he loves to be petted. Hello, Fluffy. And a very cute little, not boxer, little terrier. I'm sorry, a little terrier. And then later, there were two beautiful, and they're so cute. I love long-haired animals, and there were two cute little miniature collies, and they could smell the dry cat food in my cat food bag, so they were happy to see me. And the one little one, there was a bigger one and a little one, and the little one likes to lick your hands, and both of them were very sweet, so I got to pet them. All the doggies downtown like me. Oh, who cares? I don't care what the evil website does. Do I give a damn? Do I give a rat's ass? I could use the S word? No. Don't tell me that stuff. You know. I have a rule here. We don't talk about the evil website. Or I try not to. So, why do I give a rat's ass about sewer gap and what they're doing? And I don't send anything now other than I'm on the air. Nothing crucial, because I can't, whoever's on the mail list, I can't trust the people except Rizoa and Lisa, and I don't think Lisa's on my mail list. I don't know how to write an email to her, but Christopher I trust, but not on the guest list. I don't know. Don't care. Not into Dave Schrader. I mean, I'm seeing Nick Pope. I'm seeing Linda Moulton Howe. I looked at my tickets, and I did not pay for Giorgio Tsoukalos, and I did not pay for Eric Von Doniken. I don't have 90 bucks to spare, so I'm probably going to miss those two. I'll see them. I'm sure they're going to be on panels. I don't care for Dave Schrader. I don't care for any of the weekend hosts except George Knapp. So if you like Dave Schrader, that's fine. I will say one thing. When I go to another one of these events, I'm going to have $1,000 in the bank, and my credit cards will all be paid off. So I go to the event like any other person. I'll have my hotel room. I don't know how I'd get that thing in the desert because it's way out in the middle of nowhere, and you have to take the only way I'd get there is fly to LAX and find. I'd have to by then. Next year I'm getting an iPhone. The guy. I got you. I got you. I got you. Fluffy. Yeah, fluff. Why do you always run outside, baby boy, when I see you? You know I want to see my boy. Baby boy. You know I want to see my baby boy. You know what about baby? Yeah. Mr. Fluff. You're the #1 boy. Yes. Boy, look at those eyes go. Wait, keep patting your tail. Oh, you have burrs in your tail again. I got it. Excuse me, this is fluffy time. Yeah, that's Mr. Fluffy. My poor baby boy. Come out. Okay. Okay, I will be flying back because it's 47 bucks. It's cheaper than taking the train. I'll go from LAX. I don't know about Burbank. I haven't even looked at Burbank, but Burbank is miles away from Pasadena. I can be back from Pasadena from downtown LA in about 20 minutes. I'm not sure how the hell to get there from Pasadena to get to LAX, but I'll be flying. It's cheaper than a train. I don't think my back can take 27 hours of sitting in a train seat, which is why I need the hotel room, because my knee will be killing me and my back will be killing me, and I'll need to lie down and ice everything or heat everything. And a friend said, well, you can plug in the heating pad at the train. Yeah, maybe I can and maybe I can't. But what am I going to do for an ice pack? They don't stay cold that long. Maybe an hour at most, and I drip water all over everything. Hotel room, I have a refrigerator. So, well, the $47 fare from LAX to Oakland is on this air site, and that's pretty damn cheap. Take Spirit from LAX. I'll be in Oakland in 2 hours or 2.5 hours, wherever the hell it is, I don't know. And hour, I'm not sure. It leaves at 2:30. So I would get on the 2:30 plane. I'd be in Oakland. I take the Air BART for $2 to BART and go home on BART and take the bus home. And I'd be home by 7 o'clock. And then Kathy could go home in the morning. Yeah, they have refrigerators, microwaves, free Wi-Fi. Of course, the more you pay, the more you have. There are rooms, of course, with spas and, hot tubs, and some have saunas, but you're paying hundreds of dollars, or they get comp. If you go to Vegas, you have very ornate hotel rooms. If you're getting comp by the casinos, then you got to spend $5 or $10 or $15 or $20 or $30,000, whatever it is. What is that? Oh, that was the hub for the speaker, which. So, We stayed at the Grand Sierra and we upgraded for so many dollars, and they gave us a refrigerator. And we went to Safeway and we got food and sandwich meat and mayonnaise and mustard. This is not working. It's very strange. What's going on with my iTunes tonight? Well, that's very odd. I got a lot of music that's copywritten. I can't play it. Look, to me, all I want is a bed, a shower, and a way to keep my food. Now, I'm going to go to the store the night before Alien Con and get fruit and sandwich meat and a loaf of bread and have packets of mayonnaise and mustard. That way I don't have to pay for any food on the train except for coffee. No, I do not ride the back. Yeah, with my bad knee and my bad back, I'm going to climb on a train. I don't think so. Holding my cane in my teeth. No, I don't do that. It's illegal, and I don't commit illegal acts. And the train authorities frown on people riding in the back of trains. And my luck, I'd slip and go under the wheels and goodbye, George. No, it's not going to happen. We come up with these ideas. I will have to look into Burbank, but I'm not even sure where Burbank is other than NBC Studios. So I understand they've revamped it and have kicked a lot of people out of NBC Studios. They have downsized. A lot different when Johnny Carson was on the air. I have to sit down and write her a letter. Sometime in July, I will go and get my printer back up. See if I found a mini printer. I call it a mini printer that can be used with an iPad and or with an iPhone. So I may buy that in succeeding months, so I can. And it's a Wi-Fi printer. You can take it anywhere. Well, I don't know, Christopher. The problem is, how do I get there and how long it's going to take? LAX, you can get to LAX. I mean, from Union Station to the hotel is 20 minutes. By Uber, it's probably an hour by bus or light rail or whatever the hell goes out there. So I won't be going in Los Angeles till like 11 o'clock at night. And then I'll have to walk 4 blocks my stuff, take this one, I'm going to print everything out, take this one bus, then take another bus or light rail, whatever the hell it is, and wind up in my hotel. And the check-in time is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I don't know what I'm going to do about when do I check in. Well, I wouldn't recommend this science fiction movie book. I'm still working on the Nick Pope book on and off. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Oh, yeah, he didn't like The Day After Tomorrow, this guy, either. So, 4 blocks. I can do 4 blocks. Although I'm a little reluctant anywhere to walk at 11 o'clock at night, but I'll have to do it. You know. If I had a phone, And if the iPad were Wi-Fi, that's why I want to pay the $75 for Wi-Fi. And once it's repaired, I have an Uber account. Then I can go on the iPad, and pay for Uber. But the fare to the Pasadena is around $30, and then it's cheap to go there on the bus. So I'll take the bus. 5-star hotel and masseuse. No, I'm not gonna do no masseuses. Kathy would have a fit. What I need is a 5-star hotel room with a hot tub. That would be better than a masseuse for my bad back. And if I had a masseuse, I sure as hell wouldn't tell Kathy about it, but I'm not gonna have any masseuse. So. All right. Well, you know, Christopher, I'm going to Union Station in Los Angeles. So going to Alien Con, I'm not going to be anywhere near either airport. I'm going to be in downtown LA. And I've never seen Union Station unless somebody, when I lived there in 1972, drove me by there. So it'll be interesting to see Union Station. And I'll take the bus to Pasadena. And then coming back out of side. But I have to reserve this airfare next week from wherever I go. And I haven't taken a look at it. I have to go to a computer I can see. It's hard for me to see the screen of this MacBook. Remember, if you have a masseuse in a hotel, you got to pay her. I don't have the money to pay for Giorgio Tsoukalos. I'd rather have a picture taken with a guy from Ancient Aliens or Eric Von Däniken than have a masseuse. I have the hotel room, and I'm asking my viewers tonight to donate to PayPal to help me get my hotel room. But if I have a hotel room, I can sit in the bathtub and just soak and carry the heating pad with me. I'm fine. And carry some ibuprofen. Patrick in Pittsburgh in the Berg. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. We need the All Berg channel one night. If you ain't from Pittsburgh, I can't say the rest. No jag-offs allowed. No, I don't do that. Unicycle, you're getting a timeout. I don't do that to someone. I pay them for their time and their effort. I'm an honest person. Kick them. I'll tell you what, you show up at my door, I'll kick you out. You're not being a good person, and you're on the edge of being banned for life. Knock it off. You're being a jag-off. Sousa. Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, Patrick? What's happening in the Berg? No, I never saw a UFO in the Berg. I saw Jonas Salk. I saw, Pitt. I saw Forbes Field. They didn't have Three Rivers. Well, I think they were building Three Rivers when we left. Carnegie Mellon and Carnegie Tech when I grew up, and the Carnegie Library, and the fountains with the turtles, and the fountain with the turtles, and Kaufman's, and Diamond Market, and the Oyster House, and Gimbel's, and the William Penn, Kennywood. So, any more comments like that, Unicycle, you're out of here. Not straight out of Pittsburgh either. I notice I get mad. I hear my Pittsburgh accent coming to the fore. Don't put up with that. Oh, wow, the Demon of Brownsville Roadhouse. Yeah, I got a Haunted Pittsburgh books talk about that. I know that place. I know of it anyway. Now you see, my goal in here, my goal is next year I have my 4x4, and in 2020 I go back to the Berg. And I will head back home and do videos from, I think what I may do is hire a limousine while I'm there. That way I don't have to screw around with Uber, and can have the guy go wherever I want and do videos. Do a Three Rivers video, do a Roberto Clemente Bridge video, do show where I used to live on Joe Hammer Square and Parkview Avenue, and go to Kennywood and go to the South Side, go to Permanis, go to where Forbes Field used to be, and no, it's in the back. I've been here too long, but I can hear it in certain words. You may not be able to hear it, but I know Pittsburghese. I know the accent. So it comes back. So go downtown and meet at the Kaufman's Clock, which is now Macy's. Pittsburghers say cough like that, you know. And if I talk to my sister, there's definitely a Pittsburgh accent, and my nieces and my nephew. So it's there. And I called Pittsburgh and talked to Walmart and McDonald's and other places. And there's Pittsburgh accent, you can cut it with a knife. So, but I told you guys once I dated this girl one night, and we're talking, and she said, "When do you leave Pittsburgh?" And it had been, like, at that point, 15 years, and I was dumbfounded. And she said, "I'm from Pittsburgh." I said, "Yeah, but I don't hear any accent with you." "Well, I'm an actress, that's why you don't hear the accent." I had it trained out of me. My sister is older than I am. She is 11 years older. She's getting up there, which is the other reason I'm going to Pittsburgh. I want to see my sister before one of us dies. I haven't seen my sister in 30 years. I'm hoping when I go, she won't be in her condo. She has a condo in Florida. By the way, they had a figure, they captured 1,000 Burmese pythons, or 10,000, or 100,000. They're like, going crazy down there. So I wanted to find out something, if they still had something at the McDonald's there they don't have here, the cherry pies. That was one thing I liked that they got rid of at McDonald's, and they don't have them there either. And I called Walmart to find out about something I needed to buy out here, but they weren't open here. So that's why I called the Pittsburgh Walmart. We started talking with the Steelers and the weather and all that. And they're my friends. I never met the people, but I talked to Pittsburghers from time to time. And a long time ago, I was out in the street one day. I'm wearing my Iron City hat. And I need a new Iron City hat. And guy walks up to me and says, "You from Pittsburgh?" I said, "Yeah, is Kennywood open?" He laughed. He said, "I'm from Pittsburgh, and I meet Pittsburghers all the time." Now, you'll see my new shirt next week when it comes in. I'm wearing a new shirt. And, that's home. And I'm tired of these people. "Well, you're not in Pittsburgh." Well, screw you. I'm from Pittsburgh. That's where I come from. Just like James T. Kirk was from Iowa. He only works in space. But I'm from Iowa. And that's what people used to say. They're from where they were born, or where they were raised. And my roots are in Pittsburgh. Well, I don't know about the new guys that have come to Pittsburgh. There's newbies that are not steeped in the culture of the Berg, but us old school guys, we love Pittsburgh. Well, there's another meaning to Kennywood's open. It means your fly's open. that's another story. And that's a bit of Pittsburghese too, for those who are old enough to know that. People will say Kennywood's open, and someone from Pittsburgh has no idea what you're, not from Pittsburgh, has no idea what you're talking about, but there's two meanings to Kennywood's open. Everybody waits for Kennywood to open. And they got great Halloween haunted house stuff there too, and great roller coasters. And when your daughter gets a little older, when she has to be this big to ride this ride, it'll be time to take her to Kennywood. Every little kid should go to Kennywood at least once, or any amusement park, because that's part of what it is to be a kid. Oh, McDonald's had cherry pie. Hello, Fleagle. Yeah, I used to love the cherry pie. Only problem with the cherry pie, I'd always wind up, I'd get so excited to have the cherry pie, I'd burn my damn mouth. But they got rid of the cherry pie here. And, you know, every once in a while they come up with the McRibs, and Kathy didn't like them, and I don't like them. I want real ribs, not pressed sawdust ribs. The problem with red shirts, they don't show up black print. What does this say? The guy from Pittsburgh on YouTube, Truman Bradley, science fiction, TV pioneer. And I don't know if I can show you the rest of this without exposing my stomach. It's science fiction fan theater, take that MV. So that's what it says, because he has a fan there. I looked for this picture. And that's Truman Bradley of the VIV series, Science Fiction Theater, the classic anthology, or whatever you call it, show of the 50s. MB made fun of my box fans, so. Well, you see, when I came out here when I was 12, it wasn't a seasonal pie. Every McDonald's had it. So maybe where you are it's seasonal, but and then one day it was gone. They don't even have it anymore. That's what annoys me. A Perfect World Hostess wouldn't have gone bankrupt because the new Hostess stuff tastes like crap. Not that I eat Hostess, but Kathy's mad because she liked the snowballs. She said they now taste like chemicals. The same with the cherry pies and the peach pies. Peach pie was seasonal Hostess. And by the way, that book I sold was my first eBay sale ever. I've tried for years. I looked up Planets in Transit and the hardcover, and a guy was selling it for $60. I was just curious what it would sell for, but there were 25 or 30 guys selling the paperback edition. And I looked up OS 10 Lion, the missing manual. I figured, well, maybe I can sell that. I've got an extra copy, and it was going for $2.99. And there were about 30 copies of it. So people tell me, sell my books. Well, if you got 30 other guys trying to sell your books, you're fighting too much. No, they have a Krispy Kreme in, yeah, MB is sick. One day I'm going to do a parody of something, and MB will mention. I have to write the copy. I got to go somewhere and start writing. That's one reason why I miss my typewriter, because I can write with a typewriter. And when I move, I will buy an old correcting Selectric and write with a typewriter. Oh, by the way, I found another light I can get. I can put it over the keyboard and see what I'm typing. They have a Krispy Kreme in Concord. It was very strange. It opened up, big grand opening hoopla, and then it went on, and then it closed, and then now it's back up again, and it's over off of Diamond Boulevard. So the problem with Krispy Kreme is I find their donuts to be too sweet. The best donut I've eaten lately, Kathy brought me 2 chocolate-covered donuts from Safeway, and they're incredible. Shouldn't be eating them, but they were, oh God, they were good. So. But the McDonald's here have milkshakes, and they have, I think, but we go there for the sweet iced tea and the the ice cream cones. I can't eat any McDonald's that attacks me. And I cleared off part of the stove to cook my corn on the cob. I have 2 more ears, which I didn't think I'd bought that many. And I'm going to cook those tonight. That will be what I'll be eating tonight, is corn on the cob. So, red's my favorite color, but if I did this over again, I would have the print in white. And, yeah, I bet your daughter's cute, Patrick. She's probably a cute little girl. I would hope so. Anyway, I have been annoyed at you guys because nobody's donating to Alien Con. Some people have. Guy in Pennsylvania has, big time. He sent me $45 and $23, and other people have, but we will see what happens. Oh man, heat is giving me a headache, an eye ache anyway. Wait a minute. The McRib is good if I need to do grout work on your shower. Now I'm a little unclear of the connection. You got McRib over here, and you have grout on your shower. Does that mean you take the McRib and you rub it on the grout work to clean your grout work? Is this the purpose of the McRib? I'm a little, and is that with or without sauce? I've never heard a connection of using a McRib on your shower. No, I'm not taking Kathy to Red Lobster. She likes to go to Nordstrom's to have the Chinese chicken salad and the iced tea, which is the iced tea is the best iced tea we've ever drank. Even better than McDonald's. Remember, Red Lobster requires a trip to Pittsburgh, a reservation, sit there for an hour waiting for a table, and then I have no way to get home. So I'm not going to Red Lobster with Kathy until we have a car. Oh, he says the McRib and the grout in your shower are made of the same stuff. By the way, if you had piglet aliens, would they eject McRibs from their UFO? Nordstrom is a department store. But they have a cafe there, and Kathy's enamored of the Chinese chicken salad. It has little tangerines in it, and almonds, and she likes the breadsticks. And I go in there for 2 things. They have a shrimp that's a little spicy with noodles, or they have this great, it's weird bread though, but it's this applewood bacon sandwich with cheese and lettuce and tomato, and oh, it's fantastic. No, there is nothing major. Okay, there's a difference between downtown Martinez, which has local restaurants. The McDonald's closed. I did an abandoned video on it. It's still got a for lease sign. And then there's Upper Martinez, which is 3 miles up the hill. There's a McDonald's there. There's a Carl's Jr. there. Papa John's, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Taco Bell. Across the freeway is Burger King. Then you got a theater, you got Nabio Foods, you got Starbucks. The Caro's chain went under, Caro's and Coco's, so that's now a Pet Food Express. Then you got Walmart, you got Lucky, you got Safeway's 3 miles that way. But Fuddruckers and anything like that ain't here. Fuddruckers in Walnut Creek, across from Target. We went to Fuddruckers, terrible, terrible. We didn't like the food. We have gone to Claim Jumper, which we like a lot. Tahoe Joe's went under, and that's odd because they had several Tahoe Joe's around, so I don't know why they closed. We could smell the food cooking when we went to Rasputin's and across the street See's Candy. And Red Robin's in Sun Valley Mall, and Cinnabons in Sun Valley Mall. Everything's away from here. There's nothing major in downtown. There's antique stores and a couple of bars and a couple of liquor stores and hair salons and nail salons and 2 gyms and the post office and the DA's office and the public defender's office. But you want to go to any major chain, and Applebee's isn't here either, and there's word that Applebee's may be going under. I don't know if that's true or not. And Chili's is on the freeway in Concord, freeway entrance, by the freeway entrance. And I'm trying to think of anything else. There's a Sam's Club in Concord, Costco's in Concord. Oh, I think there's a Buffalo Wild Wings is in Concord. That's just opened up in the former calendar. So, okay, now what's the... Hello, kitty. Kathy will stay here, and she will stay here for the weekend and feed the kitties and watch YouTube and probably be bored out of her mind. No, we're not moving. I'm not moving to Pittsburgh. I am going to Pittsburgh. I don't like snow and I can't handle the cold, so I ain't going back to the burg. Unless there's one way I would get back to the burg. If I hit the lotto, I would consider it. But I like warm climates. So my arthritis, my hand, I still haven't gone to the doctor. I got to do that this week. About my stupid hands. But if I won the lotto, I'd consider moving to Pittsburgh, or at least flying to Pittsburgh every couple of months, and maybe I'd buy a condo there or something. So whenever but I can't see spending thousands of dollars for a condo where I'm not going to be living there all the time. You kidding? Kathy can't clean her apartment. She's going to be cleaning mine. I'm cleaning it bit by bit. I got a whole thing of recyclables to throw out. And tonight I'll have I don't know if I have the energy, but I have the determination to sweep the floor and mop it. And I should clean off the George Foreman grill, and then I got the oven cleaner sitting here. I just gotta have the energy to I gotta clean the sink out again. I gotta take everything off the stove, or half it off the stove, and I gotta take everything off the stove once the floor is clean. Put some newspaper down, and spray the oven and the top of it. Take the burners out, and spray the oven on the top of the stove with the easy off. So, oh, Kathy. God, she's been doing a lot of cleaning lately. But oh, here's another thing. The ratty one got a dresser, and the ratty one has those wheeled container things. Or the ratty one was going to get a dresser. I'm a little confused on this. And the ratty one said, well, I could get this dresser and get rid of the container things. And I went to Kathy, you bleeping bitch. I said, here's Kathy. All her clothes are on the floor because she's run out of hanger space. And she's got nowhere to put her clean clothes. They're on the floor of the bedroom closet. And you're getting rid of your wheeled carts that Kathy could use until she gets a dresser. That's being a bitch. And that's Patty. Selfish. Ratty got a big inheritance and spent it like water, and then she got $1,500 for the car fund, but she got pulled over by a cop and got ticketed for not having a license, and she still hasn't gone to court on it, and they're going to go after her if she doesn't go to court. They issue a bench warrant, so she's got to pay that by the end of the month. So, but she's spending money fast, like she's Diamond Jim Brady, and she's not. I'm guilty of it too. I spend too much money, but I can save if I say, okay, I got to put this aside, like the car fund, and starting July I'll start dumping money back into the car fund, and then when I start saving up my car, it will go in the account with Kathy, in the Kathy savings account, and I'll save up the $6,500 or so to get my Highlander. You're supposed to, but I'm sure Ratty didn't do it. But I don't, that's the Ratty's problem. I mean, I got enough trouble to worry about. But I hear about all this stuff from Kathy. But, I'm going like, I got wheeled carts, and they're like $20 at Walmart. And one thing that mainly made Kathy mad, she'll talk about it, Patty got $1,500. She took Kathy out and made Kathy pay for her own. She paid for one meal, and Kathy was still hungry. Oh, I'm not going to pay for more food for you. You just have to live with what you ate. That's wrong. You don't do that. Yeah, Kathy thinks Patty should have given her money too, but she won't. Bought her a stupid bus pass she couldn't use for $60, but don't give her enough to eat for dinner. There's something wrong with the woman. It's selfish, or she's just plain weird. I don't know. This should be my paranormal stuff. I just saw this. I got to get new, some more of those command hangers to start hanging my creatures up in the door. Kathy knows that when I've had money, first thing with Kathy, we live together, or it's Kathy's birthday and I have the money, Kathy gets treated to dinner, and cost is no object. She's my baby. And when I don't have money, she knows about it. Now, she said, I asked her about a movie I saw at Walmart. If it's still in the bin on Friday, we're going to go get it. Its batteries not included. She said, well, it's my favorite movies. So I'm going to buy her the $8 Blu-ray. I think it's $7 now. They dropped the price. She loves that movie. And I said, have you got an HDMI cable yet for your Blu-ray player? Since Patty broke the thing. That's another thing. I think Patty should pay for the damn cable. And she hasn't. Patty broke Kathy's video cables, input cables, and snapped one of them clean off. I've never seen that in 66 years. I've never seen anybody snap a cable off, the RCA cables, or what do you call them? Just broke the damn connector clean off, and I don't know how you can replace that. I said, screw the RCA connectors, now one thing, I looked at a new Sony, they don't have the RCA connectors anymore on new Sony Bravias, so the 4Ks, which is annoying. But for the purpose of using my other computers with Sony, there might be an adapter out there, I don't know. So I said to Kathy, you go get the HDMI cable, but she hadn't gotten it because she's trying to pay down her credit cards and save up $300 a month for a car. Nope, because Ratty hates me and I hate Ratty. We're not going to get together. Remember that Star Trek episode where the one guy was black and the other guy was white, and they fought and they had electricity, and there was the alternative factor where the guy was trapped in the bubble and he was fighting with his evil twin? That's how Ratty, Patty, and I would dun, 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 dun. So anything could happen. Patty is physically stronger than me. She's hit me in the car when I was making jokes about her, and she hits really hard. So the only way I could stop Patty if we got in a fight is get her on the floor and sit on her, and I'm not sure she wouldn't just get up and beat the crap out of me. So I might lose a Ratty-Patty battle. Today the guy from Pittsburgh died when Ratty-Patty sat on him, and that's the end of that story. So I don't know what happened. But I really don't like Patty because one minute she's nice to Kathy, and the next minute she's being an absolute ass and very mean. And I don't like anyone being mean to my Kathy. So, no, she hasn't hit me since we went to San Mateo. But on the way back, on the way there, I was making jokes on the way back, and she was punching me with her fist in the shoulder. It really hurt. Ratty, I haven't seen the Ratty one since we were trying to do the interview with George Norrie. It's been 3 years, I think, or 2 years. And she fought me on my birthday. I said, you and Patty and me, let's go to Caro's and I'll buy you breakfast. And she got in a fight with me over it. She took the boxes out of our Prius and I blew my stack. And she took off. That's the last time I've seen the Ratty one. And she won't talk to me because she's still pissed off about it. Well, I don't want anything from Patty. I don't like Patty. Because she treats Kathy like crap. That's not the word I want to use. You know what it is. And as for Kathy dumping Patty, Pam died, Judy died. Patty's the only friend she's got. Now, Kathy says if she ever moves to a senior building where she could meet other people and maybe become friends with one of them, then she would get rid of Patty. Because she really doesn't like having Patty as a girlfriend because of the negative things about Patty. And the problem is it's the only person she has to go out with. She doesn't know anybody else. I don't know if Ratty drinks or not. You know, I have no idea. But they've known each other since high school, so it's one of those things of Kathy gets lonely and depressed if she's lonely and has no one to talk to, and she's got someone to go out with. I have no one to go out with. My friend Glenn is dead. Maroney's dead. And I'll be honest with you, if I weren't doing these live videos, I'd be going a little nuts too. I mean, because there's no one to talk to. I can talk to Kathy on the phone. That's it. And I don't know if I'll have to ask Kathy. Let me find out. America wants to know. I'm wearing my new blue shorts, by the way, for Alien Con. So this is one of them. Okay. Ooh. One day I'll have a better chair. Okay, let's see. Well, we shall find out. Hello, Happy Kitty. Well, we won't find out now. I think Kathy's taking a nap. America will not know tonight. So I have no idea if Ratty... I think Ratty does drink wine. I think Kathy mentioned they had wine at Red Lobster. Or somewhere. That's all I know. I'm not into the culinary habits of the Ratty one. I don't even know Ratty eats at Red Lobster. They go out to Chinese, they go to Wendy's, they go to Taco Bell. Kathy is not like Burger King, and she doesn't like McDonald's food, because Judy was obsessed with going to McDonald's. Kathy hates the food at McDonald's. So there is... Now, Kathy knows me. I said if... I say this somewhat tongue-in-cheek. I probably wouldn't really do it. I've told Kathy, if I ever made big money or hit the lotto, I'd get my new 4x4. We'd drive down to the Ratty and have you call her on the cell phone and say, meet me outside And I'd go by, and I'd show her, I'd be in the passenger side, so I could roll down the window, and I'd say, hey, you could have some of this. I'd have a stack of hundreds, and I'd throw her a silver dollar, and we'd drive off. You could have a new car and a house, and lots of money from me. But you had to be a bitch to Kathy. Bye. Enjoy your poverty. But my conscience probably would, say, I really, to make peace, to keep peace between the ratty one and Kathy until she gets another girlfriend, I'd probably give her the ratty one a car. And get her, but the problem is, ratty one told me she wouldn't want a Prius because she's dumb. I don't know if I can figure out how to drive it because it's got that button and I don't know if I can start it. How hard can you push the damn button and you wait till the engine starts? It can't be that difficult, but Patty couldn't understand the concept. So I'd probably give her a car and give her a year, pay her rent for 6 months or something just to be nice. I don't think I'd buy her a house. No, I'm not buying Patty a Tesla. I wouldn't buy me a Tesla unless I had one with a special James Bond feature that only the ones in the know about. And if you haven't heard that reference, I can't tell you about the James Bond feature that Elon Musk discussed recently. I think Patty is jealous of Kathy. I think look, Kathy's told me Patty has said and done things that I know she's jealous of Kathy. She talks about Kathy needs a bra, Kathy needs to lose weight, Kathy needs a boob job, needs to have her boobs reduced. And all I hear about Patty is, men like me, they like me for my big butt. And I know there are guys into what they call back, but I don't know how many guys like Shamu as a partner, so I don't get it. Yeah, probably. There's another thing. Patty plays one-upmanship. If you say, I have a can of tomato paste, Ratty will say, I have 6 cans of tomato paste. And she'll make you feel like crap. Anything you can do, she can do better. And she makes crap up. No. Ain't gonna happen. No. There's no sexual interest either way. It ain't, there's no love interest. No, it never will happen. Where do you get that weird idea? Remember, I met Patty 40 years ago, and we have no emotional, sexual, romantic attraction to each other at all. I'm not going to get Patty a man. Patty's had enough weird males in her life. I'm not the procurer for Patty. Patty's procurer. I'm not Patty's pimp. I'm not Patty's romantic advisor. No, he has no interest in Patty. God. Oh, you really hate Abram, don't you? Or Abram, or whatever. No, I'm not going to sick Ratty Patty on my friend, even though I'm not happy with it. Here, I got a date with your Ratty Patty. No! He'd probably pull out his gun or his knife and end it all. That'd be it for Abram. Oh, I can't say you gave me a date with Ratty Patty. That'd be it. No more Abram. No more Abram. Dead on the floor, Ratty Patty would show up. He'd jump off the building or something. She's old and she's fat. That's all I know. Remember, I haven't seen this woman in 3 years. I don't know what she looks like. I posted a picture of her when Kathy and me and the ratty one And they were fighting, and the Ratty wasn't talking to Patty, but the Ratty and Kathy and I showed up at the same food giveaway. So I took a picture of my iPad, and it's out there. There's a picture of Ratty, and if you look around, there's a picture somewhere on the internet. It's a picture of Ratty Patty. I don't remember. I mean, she's got to be Kathy's age, and everything is sagging, and that's all I remember. But, but I don't remember she's just not attractive to me, so I don't pay attention. It's like, eh. What? No, they're not in love. What are you coming off with this stuff, Carlo? Please. I gotta eat later. Don't make me nauseous or have the bile come up my throat. No. They're not in love. Kathy and Patty are not lesbians. What the hell are you thinking? People get these weird ideas. I don't know where they come up with this stuff. Well, all I know is Kathy has told me that Ratty has told her, men like my big butt. They like my big ass. It turns them on. And I turn green and look for a wastebasket to barf in. So, no. That ain't going to happen. No Abram and Kathy. No, Patty. I mean, not Kathy. Slip of the tongue. Freudian slip. No Patty and Abram. No, never going to happen. Don't even think of that. Don't curse the poor guy. He's a young guy. You don't want him to end it all. He would commit suicide. No, blind. I mean, naked Ratty. It's, make it stop. Pull his eyeballs out, stomp on them, and then set fire to them, make sure they didn't go back in his head. No, it's not going to happen. All I know is I keep talking to, there's Patty. I wish I had some of those big, sharp metal darts. Get Patty asleep and paint a target on her ass and start throwing darts at her. That sounded serious thing, but, it's like, I wonder if I would miss, I mean, I'm missing a trash can. Would I miss Patty's big ass? And could I hit the center and get the big points, Aliens prefer a big butt. Yeah, well, Patty got on the ship, the Enterprise strains, or when they're under attack with the engine, the ship would like go up about a foot and crash, and probably blow up. And I don't think there's a probe big enough to go up Patty's butt. Okay, Ratty Patty is my girlfriend's friend. They go out together. They've known each other since high school, but we called her Ratty Patty because she and Kathy lived in the same house for about 4 months, and the place was infested by mice and rats. That's why we call her Ratty Patty. Yeah, yes, to hide from Japanese whaling vessels. Yeah, I think Patty would capsize the Japanese whaling vessel. They'd harpoon her, and the whole ship would turn over like the Titanic and sink. This channel is devoted in part to making fun of Ratty Patty, so that's why we do Ratty Patty videos. Oh, God. So, I'm not into big asses, but it's funny. Girls like my big ass. And Kathy and I both go, who the hell talks like that? Girls like my big ass, Men like Kathy's boobs, but nobody talks about her butt, so... Well, Queenie, I'm sorry, you don't like it. Kathy and I talk about Patty, so if you don't like it, too bad. It comes up in conversation, I respond to it. So, there are women and there are the evil Ratty Patty. Remember, I don't like Ratty Patty, and she doesn't like me. She's not exactly an enemy, but she sure as hell isn't a friend. She treated me with disrespect, and she got on my you-know-what list forever after that, on my birthday. So, you don't like me talking about Ratty Patty? Too bad. And don't give me this stuff, you're losing respect for me. I want to talk about Ratty Patty, this is my channel. You get disturbed by that, then go somewhere else. Ratty Patty's a feature of the guy from Pittsburgh channel. Kathy does Ratty Patty videos. Because there's always outrageous stories I get told on the phone and my jaw drops. The latest Ratty Patty outrage. Like taking her to Chinese food and then gives her a morsel, and then when the morsel's finished, they gave her really small portions. Kathy was stronger. Well, I'm not buying you more food. That's being a cheap bitch. Yeah, and she hit me. So for making, and I was doing some zingers. I wish I'd recorded them at the time. I didn't think about it. I was nailing her with really. Ratty is so fat, this, and Ratty is, actually Patty. We didn't call her Ratty back then. And she was just pounding like this on my shoulder until my shoulder was sore and swollen by the time I got home. But Kathy was laughing so hard, she was crying. She said, I can't drive the car. And Patty was getting more and more pissed, and of course, the more I was doing that, the more pissed off she was getting. And we're both breaking up, and Patty has no sense of humor about being teased, so... But then she did the thing of, insulting me and on my birthday, and I told you not to take the stuff out of the Prius, and you did it anyway, and I still don't have an explanation why, and she roped Kathy into helping her take the boxes out of the Prius. Still got me mad. I tell you don't do something, don't do it. Well, I haven't been doing the barbells lately because I've been too busy with cleaning and sleeping, so they're here, and that's something I should be doing. Well, let me, hold on. There's stuff on the floor here. I don't know what it is. Oh, man. That's hard to pick up like that. That hurts. I picked it up off the floor. All right. Yeah, when you stop this, it gets harder to do if you stop it. It starts hurting. And I can feel the resistance. I should probably go a little slower. Okay, I'll do it. All right, that's the one hand. Oh. Wait a minute, I'm a little confused. Where did you work there, Happy Kitty? So, besides, if she were to try to hit me, I'd just bonk her with my cane. But it's unlikely, since Patty and I have such a dislike for each other, we're ever going to meet again. And I so dislike her for her bad treatment of Kathy that we'd get in a fight. I got chewed up by my bank. We were fighting in the parking lot, verbally, not physically. And they told me off when I went to the bank with Kathy after Ratty took off. And it really made Kathy mad because she was looking forward to going to breakfast. And we went to breakfast together, but it ruined the whole morning. And, you know, that's Patty for you. Okay. Yeah, well, I can't play Rocky music. That's copyrighted. So, I don't know if I'm getting stronger or not. At least I can exercise this crap out of my nose. I go out to feed the cats, and I come back and I start choking because there's so much pollen in the air. So, whew. I can't figure out why this doesn't work. It's always worked before. There we go. Very weird. But you don't, do something to make somebody mad around their birthday and ruin their birthday. And that's another reason I won't forgive her. She ruined my birthday that day. And I'm going like, hey, I was nice enough to offer to take you to breakfast and you give me a ration of crap? No. The Ratty is on my you-know-what list for life after that. No, I'm not putting up with that crap. Alright, time to relax. Forget about Ratty. It gets my blood pressure up just thinking about it. Okay. Where's the guy from the bird? Man, there's a lot of chatting in here. He seems to have disappeared. And Queenie, nobody's talking, so yeah. Let's see what else. Let's see what's going on. If they got any news from Google here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what's happening in the news. I always wondered about that. Why is there never any, I've said this before, why is there never any Fox News? Trump meets with Utah man who's back in the U.S. after long captivity in Venezuela. Diamond and Silk have surprising take on Rachel Dolezal being busted for welfare fraud. Whoever the hell Rachel Dolezal is, I have no idea. Let's see. Back channel with Dracula helped free Utah's Joshua Holt from Venezuela jail. Holt's family calls his release a miracle. Trump optimistic about summit as Korean leaders hold surprise meeting. Boy, the picture of these two guys looks like super bromance time. They're all hugging and smiling. They're about this far away. Probably they didn't kiss each other. Storm Alberto draws closer to Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. George H.W. Bush says he met with veterans at pancake breakfast. Does eating an egg a day delay death? That sounds like a Nori story. Oh, I love this one. American Airlines passenger threatens to kill seatmate when denied beer. Jeremy, were you on that plane? Where is Jeremy Nojoy? What's this? Oh, grocery outlet, $2.99. Stubbs original barbecue sauce. Good stuff. CeeLo shot bin Laden. Don't wish me a happy memorial today. 99-year veteran trying to visit every state before meeting Trump on 100th birthday. Vintage pair of Levi's sold for stunning price. Anti-Muslim activist jailed for filming outside child grooming trial. Campaign contributor helped Obama score multi-million-dollar Netflix deal. Gym manager slams fat shamer in Facebook video. Service dog gives birth at airport. Denny's customer accused of slapping waitress's butt gets arrested. Students react to school censoring valedictorian speech over reference to Jesus Christ. When did, this country is so screwed up that saying about Christianity is a thought crime. And let's see. And I don't know any other stories here. Man wanted for allegedly throwing hot coffee at McDonald's manager's face over price. There's always something going on at McDonald's. Got a low class of people eating there or something. Best way to grill corn with the husk still on. Stags found tangled in fishing gear. Pollution on Scottish nature preserve. Poor thing looks like a Christmas tree. New Ford Shelby GT500. Much I don't like Ford, don't manage that. Amazon porch pirates. Let's see. Morgan Freeman says he did not assault women. And Delaware raises marriage age to 18. Trump-Kim commemorative coin sale crashes White House gift shop website. So there's your news. Oh, man says cockroach laid egg in his ear. I heard it die. There's your exciting cockroach lays an egg. Ick. I don't know what doctor to go to get the dead cockroach out of your ear. Doc, I got a problem with my ear here. There's a dead cockroach in my ear. Would you get it out, please? Oh, my God. Oh, that one. Yeah, the white lady who said she was black. Okay, yeah, that crazy woman. I'm black. By the way, I am part black. Alexander Dumas is my ancestor, but I don't make a big thing about it, and I'm not going to go to the NAACP or say Black Lives Matter, that social justice fraud. Not that they don't matter, but it's used for political purposes and not for commenting on people being shot. And I guess only some Black Lives Matter, because nobody protests, or very few, but all the young black boys and girls being shot, and men and women around this country by their own people. So, no, I think any sensible cockroach would not even crawl into Ratty's ear, because who knows what's in Ratty's ear. It might be an instant death trap. You know, it might be like the world's biggest roach motel. The roach goes in and instantly dies, you know, from flooded ear canal water or earwax, or the hairs can move like something out of a science fiction movie. You know, who knows what's in Patty's ear? I wouldn't put a Q-tip up there. Might be scary, you know. I mean, remember in Fantastic Voyage, they had to escape out of the tear duct? Or what if they had to escape out of the ear and it's Ratty? They have to go into Ratty Patty's, miniaturize himself into Ratty Patty's body. That would be scary. The thing from Wrath of God would not go in Patty's ear. Yes, the only remaining indigenous life, but you want what? You want me to put that in Ratty Patty's ear? No! Look into it. You see that thing, it would wiggle out of the way as fast as it could. You'd have to phaser the poor thing to put it out of its misery. I mean, oh, that's funny. I'll have to tell Kathy that. Now, you see, if I had thought about it, I should have, a long time ago, invented Ratty Patty. Then I'd have the fictional character of Ratty Patty. But sadly, she's all too real. She's so big a full-size man would have to miniaturize. Touche. Yeah, attacking a 500-pound woman. Yeah. Oh, God. Hold on. Hold on. You know, somewhere out there, that's the problem with the iMac being broken. I can't show the pictures. I got one picture of Ratty Patty. Hold on. You had the Incredible Shrinking Man. All right, that's in here. Hold on. I just saw the picture. Where did they go? Hold on. There you go, the Incredible Shrinking Man. All right, and then you have the attack. Hold on. Then you have things like the brain that wouldn't die. And maybe the fat that won't go away. Hold on. Where's the other one? Right here. Well, that's weird. He didn't have a picture for this. My problem is, I can't remember what things are. This is a weird movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is tormented by a giant rabbit that wants to commit crimes in the surreal time travel cult classic Donnie Darko. And I've never even heard of this film. There's the rabbit. But there is a picture in here somewhere. Oh, there's another movie from the 50s. The Deadly Menace with the guy who played Peter Gunn. Craig something or other. By the way, Kathy is not like Day the Earth Stood Still. It amazes me. Maybe you could Photoshop this one, Creature from the Fat Lagoon or something. It's here somewhere. I think it's in here somewhere. Now I can't find it. She doesn't like this one either. Kathy's weird. She doesn't like this Island Earth, classic science fiction film. She loves the remake of The Thing, but doesn't like the original Thing. She loves the Terminator. Guy did not like Fred McMurray in the Flubber movies. Oh, and I've actually seen this turkey with the young Pia Zadora, one of the worst films ever, Santa Claus versus the Martians. I'll watch bad movies all day. Let's see. Now, they didn't like Reptilicus. Danish picture, and I liked Reptilicus. I saw that as a triple bill in Mount Oliver. So, theater is now a church. Really, I hate when they take a theater and turn it. Oh, and of course, the supposed, worst movie of all time, Plan 9 from Outer Space. And I'm still trying to find that damn thing. Never heard of a movie called Oblivion. This is not a bad film. It sounds like a silly premise. The monolith monsters, about these rocks that turn people into silicone. Here's one I missed, The Mole People. I think that's Bell Gabbers, the Mole People. He missed a lot of movies in here, though, that should be in here, aren't. One of my favorite movies, because it creeped me out as a kid, is a movie called Target Earth, where these robots attack downtown Los Angeles and start killing everybody with disintegrator rays. And of course, my favorite guy, Godzilla. This is one of the statues of Godzilla. They have two now. They have the original Godzilla and the thing, I think, from Godzilla 2000. You got one here, Ghost of Mars. Have you ever seen Ghost of Mars? There's your shot in Fantastic Voyage. I've watched multiple times. I should start doing movie reviews. I cannot find that now. I could have sworn they had a picture of her. The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Man, I remember he's playing tricks on me. Anyway. I don't like Johnny Cash. Never met the man. Like the songs. But, you know, his songs were... I always wondered if Johnny Cash got up in the morning. I took a shower half an hour ago. I had some coffee and I have to go. I mean, he always sounded like that he would be running around singing stuff. And his wife, June Carter, you know, she sang too. So I think that was his wife. Tagging a 50-ton woman. How would she walk? Is she gonna attack and look for her husband, her former husband, like that woman did? She went after the husband who was dating some hot babe, you know. I know you're in there. I'm coming to get you, you bastard, you know. Oh, God. You know, the 50 tons is just her big butt. The rest of her is like probably another 400 or 500 tons. The big butt is 50 tons all by itself. Mm. All right, Queenie. You know, if you don't like what I'm saying, then I'm sorry. But I'm not going to let you, you know, make the comments. Keep them to yourself. Don't want to watch what I'm talking about? Then leave. Come back another night. I'm not always going to be politically correct. This is not a politically correct channel. And I'm not, just because I pick on Ratty Patty does not mean I disrespect every woman in the United States. That's being ridiculous. I don't care what race you are. Okay? Race is not an issue. I look at the person. I don't care if they're black, brown, yellow, white, mixed race. As they say on some dating sites, they're mixed race. I look at the person if they're worthwhile, and there are negative aspects to Patty's character that I don't like and that Kathy doesn't like. But if you don't like my discussing her, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter what race you are. That's irrelevant to me. If you're not a nice person, I don't look at you, hey, look at that black so-and-so, or that Latino so-and-so, or that Asian so-and-so. I go, that guy is a jerk, or that woman's being an ass. They're not nice people. And I don't use racial connotations. And I don't give a damn much how much trust fund money you've got either. That's irrelevant too. You throw that up in my face all the time. Who cares how much money you got a month? So, I've been talking about Patty for a long time, so has Kathy. But they've known each other for... I've known Patty... I haven't seen her, but I've known her for 40 years, as long as I've known Kathy. And Kathy and her known Kathy's 62. They've probably known each other since Kathy was 14 or 15 years old. There's a lot of water under the bridge. But I don't think we're in the 21st century. I don't think there's this big coterie of white people. We have racists in this country that are black. We have racists in this country that are Latino. We have racists in this country that are Asian. They don't like whites. They don't like blacks. They don't like other minorities. They don't like people in their own race. But I don't think we're a racist country at heart. Most people like people. You know, the guy where I mail my packages, he's black. I don't walk in there and say, hey, black guy, how you doing? I see my guy. I got black people living in this building. I don't look at them, hey, you're black. Doesn't occur to me. Hey, what's going on? They talk to me, hello, how you doing? Hi, I'm okay, or I feel like crap. There's no middle ground. Either I feel good or I feel like crap. You know. But I don't go up there, hey, look at the black guy sitting on the bench. Come on. You know, people are too hypersensitive about race in this country. Well, you said that 3 times. I don't know why you're saying it 3 times. I'm going to remove 2 of them. They're redundant. But I have heard women, or heard of women, or watched videos of women, or heard women talk about other women, and they're cruel. They're far meaner than any guy. They get catty. And that's considered a pejorative too by some, but they get vicious, particularly when they're talking behind somebody's back. So, you get a bunch of girls talking like, I'm talking in high school, and they would start talking with somebody, and they'd shut up when a guy would go by or somebody else would go by, but they'd be horrible. But, you know, Kathy talking to me about Patty is part of our lives. I hear about it every day. To the point where some nights I say, no more, I can't take any more Ratty Patty stories. I can't handle it. I'm half blind in one eye and I'm colorblind. I don't care if you're black. I don't like political correctness. I don't like victimization where I'm a victim because of the color of my skin, and that does happen. People discriminate. I look at people. Now, I happen to live in a town that's, I'm guessing, is mostly white. But that's irrelevant, too. It just, you know, higher population, higher income tend to be white. Let me see. Pittsburgh is mostly white. Although there's more women, more single women in Pittsburgh than there are single males. Okay, 38,000 people. It's gone up. When I moved here, it was 36,000. Now, and 58 degrees right now, wind at 8. And you know why it's so hot in here? It's 75% humidity. So let's look at the demographics. I wonder why they always say it's demo. Okay. Okay, 77% white, 14% Latino or Hispanic, 8% Asians, 2 or more races, I don't get that one, 6%, some other race, 3% blacks, 1,300 blacks, 255 American Indian, 3 or more races. Now, how do you get 3 or more races? I'm not sure about that one either. 237. And Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander is 121. And there are more women in Martinez than men. There are 18,000 women. This is as of the last thing. And there are 17,000 male. I'm rounding it off. Median age in Martinez is 40 for men and 43 for women. And let me look here. There are more aging population, more 50 to 54-year-olds than anywhere else. And female, there are more 50 to 54. So you come here, you're 50 years old, that's where it's at in Martinez. It's, you know, middle-aged, I guess. Alright, that's what's in Martinez. 3% black. So, but like I said, I don't give a damn if you're black. Green. The only guys that care about green are those guys. Doesn't matter to me. But kneeling against the American anthem, that doesn't mean you're black or white. It means you're being an idiot. And you're being disrespectful to the country and the flag and the anthem. Now, what's going on in chat? I don't know. I didn't look that up. Shouldn't have rubbed my eyes. Starting to hurt. All right, Queenie, you are out of here. That's it. I'm done with you. Bye. Seems to me you're a racist. Make a comment like that. Now, enjoy your life, Queenie. Enjoy your trust fund. And get rid of you, for God's sakes. I have a black in my ancestry. Alexander Dumas, the author of The Three Musketeers. And there's probably Mongol blood in all of us because the Mongol horde intermixed with all of Asia and much of Europe. And there might be Viking blood in us. There might be Saxon blood. There might be Anglo blood. There might be Welsh blood. There might be ancestry I don't even know about because they're family members I know from Eastern Europe and never met. I don't know what's in my line. I haven't investigated it further. Of course, that's why I'm frightened of the internet. I try not to say certain things in public because there's a network and it's girls. They'll talk about you behind your back and they'll put it on their blog. Or they'll put it in their journal. That's why dating is dangerous now, if I were to date. There goes Fluffy again. Hey. No. Hey. Why do you hate to be picked up so much, huh? Baby boy. Every time you go to eat, you run past me like a bat out of hell. You know I love you. You're my boy. Silly boy. The silliest cat I've ever had. You are so silly. Yes. You know I love you holding you, and then you growl at me on the bed when I hold you, or when I pet you. Love my boy. I love holding you and petting you. You shitty boy. I know the NFL is scared of Trump, because you know what? Trump ain't politically correct. He doesn't give a damn what you think about him. He says what he thinks. This is what I think. I think it's wrong. You're disrespecting America, the flag, and the anthem. And if you don't like it, you can go to hell. That's basically what Trump says. Trump is a guy like me. You know, I say what's in my heart and what's on my mind. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. Excuse me, I do have a headache now. Or an eye ache. Computer chip in your body, I'm sure if they get away with that, they'll do it. You know, some claim that that's going to be the mark of the beast. That's 666. Having the chip embedded in your hand. I don't think it will come in my lifetime, but, you know, once we're gone, who knows what they're going to do. Remember, there's things that, you know, back in the 70s, we were using pagers. You got cell phones this big. A guy on Unboxed Therapy, a little tiny cell phone that actually works, but it's pretty crappy. But, you know, you didn't have stuff like this back in the 60s. Or little cards with all your information on it. You know, everybody's, oh, the chip will know everything. But you got cards in your wallet, they know everything. Back of that card has all your information on it. When you go to a store, they know where you're shopping and what you're buying and everything else. So The chip in your hand is one step further. They'd love to get rid of currency, but remember, the government wants to get rid of currency because they don't have to print it, and it would stop all the illegality like drugs and prostitution and I don't know what else, but they might ban the ownership of gold and silver, but who knows, you know. Government can do what they want, and the problem is, like Bill Cooper said, we have sheeple out there. And others have talked about the sheeple. I think Michael, oh God, not Medved, the other guy, Michael, not Michael Moore, not Michael Medved, Michael, I've got his books in here and I can't remember his name now. Michael Savage, and he talks about the sheeple. No, I never saw AI. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. They're in this book. And Elon Musk is worried about artificial intelligence. Remember, for a long time I was either sick or broke. And when I worked, I was working nights, and I never got to see any movies. I spent all day sleeping. That's why I have Blu-ray, and one day I got to get that thing off the filing cabinet. I leaned on that today. I moved the movie around. The whole thing went, I went, uh-oh. So I got to take that off and put that, secure that with some clamps and screws to a real table. Worries me in case of an earthquake. Oh, the new Lucky Pharaohs video. If I weren't doing this, you know what I'd be watching. Stella's affections can't be bought, Boo. Boo and Stella have been nosing each other, but Boo gets excited and he's attacked Simba. This is the Lucky Pharaohs cat report. And everybody doesn't like it when he attacks Simba. And Simba is still limping. There's something wrong with poor Simba. He keeps limping going up the stairs. I love the Lucky Pharaohs. Let me see about this AI. I think it's in here. I could be wrong. That might be too new a book. This came out in, this is a reissue. They came out with this book earlier. This is a 2015 book. But I looked on Amazon. They said this was a reissue of a book with a different title. And a lot of negative reviews for this book, but I bought it for $1. So. Kathy does. There it is. I knew I'd find it. Damn it. Well, I couldn't find it. Stupid. There you go. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman in the remake with Ernestine. Lily Tomlin or something. Or maybe it was Daryl Hannah. I think it was Daryl Hannah. And, let's see. Nope, it's not there. See, I have things like The Amazing Transparent Man, Angry Red Planet, Amazing Colossal Man, Aliens. Kathy gushed about aliens. I don't know, it was all these alien movies. AI, Artificial Intelligence. 2001. What was I doing in 2000? I was homeless in 2001. So I wasn't seeing any movies. Oh, Stanley Kubrick movie. Okay. Spielberg took over the thing from Kubrick. Robots seem more human than humans. They seek to emulate. Reek of dehumanization and pessimism is more pronounced here than anything Spielberg had done since Empire of the Sun. Still more sentimental, with a tacked-on coda than the cold-blooded Kubrick would have stood for. What wouldn't be? Richly regarded, realized science fiction tragedy, their first rank. I've never seen. By the way, speaking of Kubrick, there's a discussion. They reviewed Dr. Strangelove, and they said there's supposedly a cut scene where at the end of the movie they had a pie fight. That amused me. I've seen Dr. Strangelove. So, yeah, incredible shrinking woman. Sometimes my neighbors are quiet, and other times they're out at the curb yelling and screaming. The other day I was talking to someone, and there was a baby out there. And it was yelling and screaming for about a half an hour. I had to close the door. These people that now live here have no sense of personal space. I don't know if it's the right word, but you go out on the sidewalk and you conduct your business, and you yell and scream and play your music and use your cell phone. I'm going like, what about the right of the other people not to be subjected to your noise? It never occurs to these people. And that's why I've had to call the police on when they're out there yelling and screaming at 3 in the morning and I can't go to sleep. And when I close the door in here, it's just too bloody hot. Let me see what temperature it is here. And that won't reach all the way. It's 78. Not warm. Let's try Kathy again. Was you sleeping? Were you sleeping? Okay. By the way, a question has been, I had somebody bitch, and you're disrespecting women because you're talking about Ratty Patty. No, I'm not. People are asking, is Ratty Patty a drunk? Okay, she's not. What does she drink? I knew she drank wine. I think you mentioned. I'm going to put you on speaker. All right. Here's Ken.
Pam was an alcoholic, not Patty.
Who?
Pam was an alcoholic.
Ah, okay. Well, oh, wait a minute. I forgot. You've got the TV on the background. I can't put you on speaker. I didn't know what she drank. I've mentioned you've gone to Red Lobster with her. I mentioned that Patty took you to dinner and then wouldn't give you any more food. You like Oliver, have more, sir, and that was rotten. And this woman objected. Oh, and somebody said Patty was attacking a 500-pound woman. I said that's her butt. So, and I've talked about Patty's butt, you know. What? I don't like bourbon except in my eggnog thing. All right, well, look, I'll let you go. I'm live, but they were asking about what Patty drinks and if she's a drunk, and I said, I don't know. And are you ever going to talk to Patty again? No, like, we can't stand each other, right? I thought she knew that already. We talk. Oh, I thought you told her or something. Something about I called you one day or you had to call me or something. There was something we had to do. It's none of her business. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put you on speak. You got the TV off, right? Okay. All right, I'm going to put you back on speaker. All right, here's Kathy. Yeah, Patty doesn't like the fact that I'm talking to Kathy. It's none of Patty's business. Hello?
No. Yes, I agree. know, I've never had a girlfriend that was, you know, like, I don't want you to do this, or, I mean, like, you know, Pam and Judy let me do whatever I wanted. And, you know, and this thing with Patty about, you know, she doesn't like the fact that, you know, I don't like to wear undergarments, and I'm comfortable, and it looks bad.
Yeah, and watch what you say. She wants you to wear a bra all the time, which is uncomfortable.
Yeah, hurts my back.
And, all right, we've already discussed Patty drinks wine. She's not a drunk. And Pam took bourbon and coffee, so...
I liked it. I thought it was good.
So anyway, and I told him about the box thing and her fighting with me on my birthday, and that's one reason I won't forgive her. The main reason I don't like her is that she treats you like dirt.
Yeah,
and I don't like it.
You know, I don't understand why the more positive girlfriends. I don't understand why they were taken, and I was left with her.
I don't know, it's fate or bad luck or karma or I don't know what the hell.
I don't know, but I mean, you know, I mean, I miss Judy so much.
Judy was very laid back, although she was weird, but...
She was weird, but you know what, though? I didn't, you know, until Patty cut the relationship between her and I didn't realize that me and Judy had that much in common. And I found out we had a lot in common.
Well, all the years I've known you, I've only seen Judy. I only saw Judy get mad once. When I was running the heater and we had to stay at her house for a week. She got mad, and I paid her for it. But I never saw her lose her temper or anything. And I'm still shocked that she died the way she did. Her legs were all red, and she wouldn't disrobe for a doctor, which is odd. And but she was starving to death. She was paying so much for that stupid mobile home in rent a month that she had no money for food. And I know you miss her, but
you know, out of all the people I've been around, since Judy didn't have a malicious bone in her body. She could not think, you know, I can't imagine her doing anything to hurt anybody, and I just, losing her, I think there were a lot of people that, you know, that missed her. She died way too young, and I'll probably remember her until my time comes.
Yeah, well, I hope that's not too soon.
Yeah, I hope not either.
It's very hot here, and it's 75% humidity. I'm dying here right now. It's really the funny thing is, I go outside, it's nice and cool, but in here it's like 78 in my apartment.
Yeah, this says I have the fan on.
No rain here or anything like that either.
Did I tell you it rained last night again?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it did. It rained again last night.
But I hope soon, I hope by October we'll have a car. I want to go out on Halloween.
Yeah, and there's one other place we want to go for Halloween nights.
Where's that? Oh, the house? Or
no.
Oh, you want to go to Marine World or something?
The amusement park place.
Yeah, well, we'll go there. If we have a car, we'll go.
Halloween nights.
Oh, my drawers
I'm going to go there. I think Roger and his wife are very lucky to go down to the one in Universal Studios in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, I don't understand that. Here's a guy, he didn't have a job for a long time, and they're claiming poverty, and they can go to Universal Studios. Well, anyway.
She likes I do. She was, I don't know if Roger's into it, but she was. And I would love to go down there. I mean, they celebrate Halloween like crazy down
well, there's
there.
more
in
people
Hollywood.
and stuff. By the way, I always wonder, does Alien ever get a toothache?
You want to be the dentist?
No. 'Cause I got a bad tooth right now. The alien, you see the alien? He points in his mouth. You know.
Yeah, right. That's
How do you pull the tooth of an alien when he's got acid in his mouth? I mean, that'd be a little hard.
Oh God.
And for that matter, what are his teeth made out of? And the tail and everything. I mean, I haven't figured out what it's made of because you have to be made of something. I figure maybe it's super sharp glass. It's the only thing I can think of that resists acid.
Yeah, right. You know.
Maybe a silicon or something. It can't be enamel. It has to be something made of something, or maybe they didn't think about that when they developed the creature.
Well, I know when they showed the Queen alien, did her teeth look clear? Like they were
I don't
made out
remember. I
of
don't look. I've only been
diamonds?
to two. I've been to. Wait a minute. I don't remember. Did we go to the third one where she? I thought there was one with Colonial Marines Game Over. I think we saw that together too.
That was the second one.
Second, I can't remember. They've had so many. I got this science fiction movie guide book, and they list every alien movie, and he reviews them. I didn't realize there had been that many alien movies.
Yeah, well, you know, if that H.R. Geiger guy, if they had not seen his drawings, there would never have been one. And I have to admit, he is a fantastic artist.
Okay, well, okay, let me see here. Hold on. All right, there's Alien Resurrection, Aliens versus Predator, Requiem. I thought there was more than this. Alien. Hold on. Alien 2. The second, Alien 3, and Alien, and I guess that's all. I don't know. What was the one with the girl in it? What was the one the weird one where they were in Antarctica? I think I watched part of that with you.
Yeah,
there's some girl and the Predators in Antarctica, and they're in this fortress that's made out of ice or something. I don't know what that was.
It was an ancient civilization that was buried underneath the ice.
Yeah.
And they said,
that was weird.
Oh, Antarctica was tropical at one time.
Yeah, I know that, but they found ferns and stuff under the ice. But that was a strange movie. But that Alien Resurrection, you love it. It grossed me out with the baby.
Well, I mean, people don't think about the fact. I mean, how many movies did they spend trying to catch one of the damn things?
Well, my question is, why would you want to catch one? I want to run away. I wouldn't be near that thing.
Well,
they want to kill you. And you remember one movie, they showed people in these cocoons like killer clowns from outer space, and it was like a cocoon with the people hanging down, blood dripping, and that's creepy.
Now, you know what? The only reason, I used to wonder why do villains do stupid things, and a lot of times when you're evil, you're arrogant. You think you're more powerful than you are. You find out the hard way, you're not as powerful as you thought you were. Arrogance, welcomes stupidity.
Well, I think there are a lot of evil people in the world, and they're not stupid. They have power and influence, and only the light of day destroys them, like Harvey Weinstein, who's been sexually harassing women. He turned himself into he was a movie producer.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, the corporations they work for, I mean, them wanting to bring one back, what made them think that they could
They wanted to turn to a soldier. They were thinking, so look at the Terminator. I'm sure somebody would want to turn the Terminator into a super soldier. He was already a super soldier, but they come up with weird ideas. Well, look, I'm going to let you, weird ideas. I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to you later. But they all wanted to know it. There's one person named Queenie bitched to me, "You're disrespecting women the way you talk about the ratty one." And I said, "No, I'm not. I don't have any respect for Patty because she treats my girlfriend like crap." All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night, and I love you and all that. And I can't wait for Friday. We finally go out. It's been a long time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, there's Kathy. So Ratty drinks wine. That's her drug of choice, so to speak. And I didn't know Pam was an alcoholic. So, all right, now let's stop the chat. This is a two-way conversation. I have heard Kathy. Yeah, Lily Tomlin was in The Incredible Shrinking Woman. And somebody else was in the remake of The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. So, now who's out there? 7 people watching. So I don't know what... I didn't want to start talking about Ratty Patty, though. I don't seem to get onto that. All right, this seems to have died. We have the Christopher Sposa channel and Happy Kitty. Who else is out here? Well, anyway, I did this mainly to tell you no live call-in show. I haven't looked at my email to see if I got a reply from Curtis. He's probably out doing grilling or barbecuing or whatever, going to Happy Burger or something. And I hope he'll do a live show with me before my iPad gets mailed off. That could be dangerous, hanging from a thread. It's late out here. Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was here. It's 11:16. I think I should end this, give you guys a chance to go to bed and me a chance to have some dinner of some kind. Maybe I'll have my tamales tonight. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Lady maintenance. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know. Too much information. But 20 days Alien Con. Please donate to my hotel room at PayPal. And it'll be in the description. And this has been fun, but I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you do. I don't care what race you are. If you're a good and nice person, I love you. If you're the A word or jerk or mean-spirited or evil or an evil person that's rich and manipulates people and does things like firing people for no other reason than their color or they're not going to bed with you or whatever, then I don't like you. So, well, that's too much information, Happy Kitty. Okay, I don't want to know about your personal hygiene. I talk about my own sometimes, but just keep that stuff to yourself. God. This has been a weird night. How long have I been on this cockamamie thing? 3 hours on this one. I'm looking forward to going out with Kathy. I'm definitely looking forward to go to Alien Con. And I really need help in my hotel. I would really like to have a place to sleep. So donate to the PayPal account, please. if you will. I'm going to ask Curtis if we're going to do a show before Alien Con or not, one way or the other. It's, either gets done or doesn't. And if it doesn't, then I've had one person say they're going to send me money on the 3rd, but that won't be $209. So I did. Oh, I didn't know I blushed. I can't see very well. Even the only way I can see myself is to go like this. So maybe I did blush. I don't know. I'm still very shy in some ways. Kathy tells me things, and I go, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me that. Nobody hear what you're doing and what's going on. There's some things man was not meant to know. So, oh, God. But that's private stuff. I mean, do you have little tiny gardeners go in there and do that? The little landscaping, miniature gardener, nanite gardeners come in. They come in with air blowers, hedge trimmers. I don't know what they're doing now. Now I'm getting weird. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, little nano robots to do your shaving and your ablution. Oh my God. We went to a track. We went into totally different. I never thought we'd discuss this on my channel. Oh God. Oh. And there's another question. Does Nori do landscaping on his mustache? I want to see the inside of Nori's medicine cabinet. What does he do with a mustache? Does he have a comb? Does he have cream? Does he have a trimmer? Does he have like a little lawnmower, a little handheld lawnmower that not powered? He just runs over his mustache. I don't know. How do you maintain a mustache like that? Having never had, I have tried to grow it. I shaved on this 3 times a day, and it's still like got beard stubble because I have this horrible 5 o'clock shadow. I'll shave at 5 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock I got beard again. But how does Nori maintain that mustache? So, okay, you're staying too much information, Happy Kitty. All right, that's enough. With that, I'm gonna go. I can't handle this. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Please donate so I can go have a hotel room at Alien Con and go in there and cringe a lot if I do live streaming video. And Happy Kitty will tell me about it. Have little Mexican gardeners come in, landscaper. Oh no. Because every gardening crew I see has nothing but Latinos or Mexicans in it who can't speak English. And that's not a racist comment, it's the truth. Every time I see gardeners, there's very few white guys working. It's all people from Central or South America or Mexico. All right. That's enough. I'm done. She's managed to destroy my composure completely. I don't know. That's too scary to even think about. The visualization is no. You need a fleet of lawnmowers for Fatty. Oh my God. I'll have to ask Kathy, but I don't know if the world's ready for that. Oh my God. How did we get on this line of conversation? Oh, good Lord. All right. This is the former George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, who's going to be taken away in a rubber room soon. Have a great night. Stay warm, dry, wet, or safe out there. Or dry, or what the hell, cool. I've forgotten what I'm saying. Oh, my God. I'm done. I'm done in for the night. Oh, my God. I don't believe this crap. Oh my God! I don't think I'm manscaping. I'm not even sure I shave. That's all I do, and cut my hair. I don't know anything else. Oh, I'd be kidding. Stop it. That's enough. That's enough. I gotta go. I can't deal with this anymore. All right, I'm putting you in a timeout because I can't concentrate. You're making me. Oh, oh my God! Oh, good Lord. Oh, God. I don't know if she's a troll or just strange, but that's not anything I would ever discuss publicly. I take the 6,000 shaving thing and the nair and the neat and whatever the hell else is there, the clippers, hedge trimmers, I don't know. All right, I'm done. Have a good night. I can't deal with this. Oh my God, I gotta go back to reading. I gotta read Sylvia Browne or something. I gotta go back to this thing. I don't know what happened to Sylvia Browne. It went so. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Oh, before I leave, let's see what this thing is about. Which I can't read. Sylvia Browne's Book of Angels. The arts abound with inspiring portrayals of angels. Nearly every religion includes some description of these celestial beings in their teachings, and people from all cultures and geographic locations believe in them and their miraculous powers. Do angels really exist? Can we call upon them when we need them? What do they look like? Why are they here? And do they landscape? I made that one up. There was more than 6 years' experience as a psychic, 20 of which been spent studying angels. Internationally renowned psychic Sylvia Browne answers these and other often asked questions in this fascinating book. I bet not once did she get asked about landscaping angels. I can pretty say 100% that never came up in conversation. So, oh my God! All right, I'll have to read this in the next day or two. Add it to my Sylvia Browne collection. I'm a completist. I would like to have every paranormal book ever written. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Please donate to my hotel room fund. I'll see about doing this tomorrow night, but no landscaping comments. I'm finished. Bye. Good Lord.